past I left behind. I'm looking for answers, but I'm blinded by the light. I'm lost in the music, can I stay here for the night? I promise I'll be gone in the morning, out of sight and out of mind. No
Vote Elite FPL! Hey guys, head on. I messed that up. Back in a second. Vote Elite FPL! Hey guys, head on over to the Football Content Awards website, scroll down to the Fantasy Football section, under the category Video. You can find us there, the Elite FPL, with some awesome familiar names too, and help us get there, and hopefully we could maybe win the award. Any questions, guys? Okay, there we go. I just completely cut that one off because, timing and all that. Hey, hello everybody. Welcome to Gameweek 28, basically live reaction. Joining me this evening, we've got the mighty Dan below me and Steve-O, which is called Dan. I've changed that now. How's it going, guys?
Evening, Jason. Yes, good evening, Dan. It's a very, very, very rare opportunity for myself to be covering the virtual FPL live matches. But even more rare is the fact that we're joined by Dan. Hello, mate.
How's it going, guys? You good?
Yeah, I'm already prepared and everything, unlike you, who basically hadn't looked at his team. So tell us, Dan, what have you done with your virtual FPL team that you only started literally the other day?
Right, okay. So for everybody watching, as I say, I've gone into FPL, live FPL, or virtual FPL even quite late. So I've taken a -8 today.
-8?
Yeah.
Yes.
Even I can believe it saying it. But I mean, I'm just doing this for a bit of fun. So I've got Vardy, and I took out Aguero, and then I've taken out De Bruyne, and I brought in Mohamed Salah as well, and also I've got Neto in as well as an enabler. So I've kind of I mean, my team at the moment: Patricio, Bold Up, Trent Alexander-Arnold, Cathcart, Dunk, Basham, Lundstrom, Mane, Perez, Neto, Salah, Ings, Pukki, and Vardy. So bought Perez in as well because Leicester have got a nice little fixture. But yeah, I mean, I got 98 last time, so hopefully I can beat you two at your own game this time as well.
Jason, your immediate thoughts on that? Because my alarm bells rang when Dan said he got rid of Kevin De Bruyne. Of course, in real life, he got a hat-trick. Did he get a hat-trick against you lot? Is that right? In real life?
Wow, we don't want to talk about that, do we? But no. I'm quite confident that Salah's going to outscore De Bruyne tonight.
Just a quick one, Dan. Who did you captain?
I actually captain Mane.
Okay, well, we all know what I said. If you've got both of them, the easiest way to choose is by going Salah at home or Mane away. Jason, your quick thoughts on that?
there?
Jason seems to have. Oh, here he is. Jason is back.
So this is the problem when you finish work and get home at like 6:15, and then you go like get ready to go live for 7 o'clock and try and eat your food between. You know, trying to get everything kind of rushed. And sometimes it's hard. But yeah, what was the question, Steve-O?
It doesn't matter because you wouldn't have heard it. All I'll ask you then is, what have you done with your team?
Oh, just the one transfer. I took out Deeney. Didn't quite fancy the away fixture to Leicester, so I brought in your favourite player, Chris Wood.
So you didn't go with the advice that I said, Ashley Barnes?
No. I looked at his. Chris Wood's got the double the points that Ashley Barnes has got. I know that you said that he's a bit more attacking minded, but I think I'm going to go with the safe. In pure figures, I'm going to go with Wood on this one, Chris Wood.
And who did you captain?
I've gone with Mane.
So we've all. That's crazy because Dan's got such a random differential team overall. He's gone with the same captaincy as you, whereas I've gone with somebody that sounds like Mane. It's Kane. I went Kane captaincy. I've done a -4. I've gone with a 3-4-3 formation because I'm probably going to be wildcarding not after tonight, but I'll be wildcarding tomorrow. And I went with a 3-4-3 formation. I got rid of Sarr and brought in Hayden because I wanted to fund the move to bring in Vardy. I was going to go with the advice that you were giving me all the time, which is always captain the player that you've done a hit for. But I just looked at the most basic player data and I thought I'm going to stick with Kane. I'd already originally had Kane as captain versus West Ham, and I thought, don't do what you did in the FPL world, which is double guess yourself. If you've already stuck with a plan to captain a particular player, just stick with it. If it doesn't pay off, it doesn't pay off. At least you've got a logical argument as to why you captain him, so I'm happy with that. So my team in full will be Henderson in goal, Egan, Alexander-Arnold, Jagielka, Mane, Sane, Traore, Grealish, Pukki, Kane, Vardy. The reason why I didn't get rid of Grealish is because basically Sarr's away record is terrible. Grealish is home at Burnley. I think it's a decent fixture. Traore, whatever. He's a bit of a differential overall, but I'm just going to be wildcarding anyway tomorrow, and I've got a really good plan in place of getting back in Salah, I think, depending on how he performs tonight. Obviously, he blanked against Burnley the other day. Dan, are you confident that Salah will do something versus Crystal Palace, despite the fact you've taken off the armband and put it on Mane?
Yeah, it's like Jason alluded to. Obviously, we've done this sort of impromptu stream quite late on, so I want to get my excuses in nice and early.
Sorry,
I'm
I think
really.
my audio's been crackling again.
Yeah, we see.
So I'm trying to
before
look
we
at
went live
why.
on air, yeah. Unfortunately for everybody, before we went live on air, the main man himself, Jason, who is the one that deals with all the tech, he's the one with the breakup of the audio. We don't actually know why. We've been trying to sort it out for the last 20 minutes. You're going to have to put up with him, and I'm afraid this is the only way the stream is going to keep going. And as Jason's just said there, he will sort it out during the thing. But Dan, let's blow smoke up our backsides. Jason, did you actually play that the video that you made?
I did, yeah.
You
did play it.
Dan, let's blow smoke up our backsides. We've obviously been nominated officially. We are one of the finalists for the Football Content Awards. You were part of the beginning of the journey. Tell us how you're feeling about the fact that we are one of the finalists.
Yeah, I think it's brilliant. It's nice to have some good news, and obviously saw Jason's video this morning, which was quite fun. And just a message to everyone, obviously on behalf of you two, to vote and make your vote count, and obviously share it on social media and all that. But no, it's I think it's acknowledgement of all the work, the hard work that you put in throughout the season, doing like the 5-hour streams and all the match of the day reactions and all the live coverage of the games as well. So, as kind of like now kind of behind the scenes or just a very active viewer in the Discord and whatnot, I think everyone here will agree that the community is really strong with Elite FPL, and I think it's up to everyone now to kind of cast their vote because of all the great content that you've provided them with this year, really, or this season.
Yeah, I've just put a link in the chat. It's footballcontentawards.com. If you have no idea what we're on about, which I'll be surprised at, essentially we have gotten into the finalists thanks to you lot nominating us to get to the final. But we now need your votes again to help us win the specific award for best in video on fantasy football. So all you got to do on the Football Content Awards is go to the voting section, scroll down to the fantasy football section, and it will say best in video, and it's us up against some other obviously content creators as well, and we want to beat them. Not gonna lie, they are our rivals at the end of the day.
We're up against really tough competition.
I've
just been monitoring.
Jason,
I've been monitoring the microphone. So I've got it in my ears. That's why I'm like pausing when I talk. But it's sounding good now. So
yes, you sound good, mate.
I've switched the latency from 80 to 100. So I think that's all.
Yeah, you sounded good. A bit echoey, but don't worry about that. We have only got a minute. A bit echoey. It doesn't matter.
Oh, it's because it's going through my headphones. That's why.
Okay. So we have got the first fixture up and running in a few minutes' time. We got a couple of minutes before it starts. We are at game week 28, everybody. The opening fixture is a bit of a damp one, but that's good. We're not going to get it at the end. It's Newcastle versus Brighton. Dan, your thoughts on this game?
I don't know why I'm excited because I haven't got any Newcastle or Brighton players, but yeah, I'm going to go for Newcastle to edge them out. I'm going to go 1-0 to Newcastle.
Yeah, I think I went with a draw. I think both teams will cancel each other out. I think it's going to be a bit of a damp one, 1-1. Brighton away from home aren't that great, but it wouldn't surprise me if they did edge past Newcastle 2-1 because they have been in decent form of late. Jason?
I'm going with a Matt Ryan clean sheet on this one. I'm going to go with either a 0-0 or 1-0 to Brighton.
Yeah, I think that does sound almost like a fair result, really. Newcastle are absolutely rubbish when it comes to scoring, despite the fact they scored. Who was it? They scored 2 goals against somebody. I think it was Arsenal, wasn't it, or something like that? I can't actually quite remember who it was, but they did score 2 goals. It was Joe Linton or something like that coming in, but yeah, absolutely mad. And the lineups are available. Which one of you two want to do the commentary on this? Before
we do that, I just want to give some shout outs to the people in chat. Aman Dillon, One Rovers Vlog, Shano83. Hopefully the audio's sounding good now. Let us know at home. BNMC, JC, we've got Aman Dillon, It's Raw 12G. Thank you for your vote. Thank you that you voted for us. FPL Mechanic, Harbour Boys there. I saw Anish in the chat earlier on as well when we first pressed the stream button. Luke Jones, Clement LaRue, some old faces I see here. Anurag's here as well. Yes, Anish is there. John Harris is in chat. John Harris had an absolute stormer over game week on Sunday night. I'm so glad I didn't stream it. Anyway, lineups are on the screen. Let's go through them.
Go for it, Jason. You go for it, mate.
Oh, right, okay. Dubravka starts in goal for Newcastle. Shah, Fernandez, Lascelles, Ritchie, Atsu, Bentaleb, Hayden, Almiron, St. Maximin, and Joe Linton for Newcastle. And for Brighton, we've got Matt Ryan in goal, Duffy, Webster, Byrne, Dunk, Basuma, March, Gross, Johan Bach, Trossard, and Mupai up front.
There we are, Jason. Whenever you're ready, mate, count us down and you can crack on with the commentary for this enticing game where you've got Matt Ryan in goal.
Oh, thank you so much. 3, 2, 1. Let's run the simulation. I was going to say thank you ever so much for Gabriel Derop, who's renewed his Playmaker membership to the channel. Thank you ever so much for that, Gabriel Derop. Yeah, a very, very honourable thing there. Really do appreciate the fact that you've renewed your membership. And so far, Jason, we've had 12 minutes and nothing's going on. Terrible. Who's doing the commentary in this game anyway? Yeah, you are, I believe. Yeah. Am I? Okay. Yeah, well, I've got the short straw here, I think. Beautiful play by Brighton. Mupai in the open, nothing comes of it. Brighton to open the defence. Yellow card now coming out for Bentaleb. I see I've only got a single line to read from, so it's a bit unfair for me. Just going to say that now. Absolutely shocking start, really. There's nothing going on. What are they doing? Just kicking it around in the middle of the park? That's what it looks like. I mean, it wouldn't surprise me if it did, like you said, a 0-0, 2 terrible teams. Both will be happy with it. You constantly got it in for Newcastle, even in this virtual FPL. Well, Newcastle are very, very good at home in this game from a defensive perspective. They do like to get a card. Bentaleb, Ritchie, both with yellow cards now.
Yeah, no, I think that jumping on a Newcastle asset, they've got decent fixtures coming up at the moment. I think that certainly someone like Lascelles or Fernandez could be worth investing in for their home fixtures, especially in ties like this. But to be honest with you, I think you're better invested putting it into a Sheffield United defender, to be honest with you. But yeah, Jason, this is a pretty lame duck.
Yeah,
at the moment,
I'm looking at it and I'm just thinking, I think this is going to be 0-0, unless there's a flurry of goals in the second half. Another yellow card coming out, this time for Shah. Anyone with Shah in the chat?
Yeah. Well, now the question is, you're going to be wanting someone getting substituted off defensive-wise, because obviously we're now past the 60-minute. I've just had an
injury for Newcastle. Atsu out for 3 weeks.
Oh.
No effect on VFPL whatsoever. Blimey.
No Aguero, not a Dubravka 10-pointer. We want a Ryan 10-pointer in this game. Thank you very much.
Yeah. All the substitutions.
So you'll be happy with this then?
Yeah, I'm happy at the moment. Yeah, I'm happy at the moment.
Can Jason kick this off with a clean sheet in the first game?
Loving it. Substitution for Brighton. Moyon, Trossard out.
Ooh, Trossard owners will be very, very disappointed there.
Finding Webster with a killer pass, but loses control of the ball. Basuma shoots from the edge of the box and goes very close for Brighton there.
No,
Looks like a lot of shots being off target as opposed to being on target but saves. There's not many goalkeeper saves I've seen. Mupai loses his marker. There's a chance here for Mupai, saved by Dubravka. There we go. Jinxed it there.
Yeah.
Gross finding Mupai with a killer pass, but that comes to nothing, and it's going to end 0-0. Lascelles picking up bonus 3. Oh my god. I hardly saw his name at all in the game. Dunk picking up bonus 2 and Duffy bonus 1. Where does Matt Ryan stand? Did he get any save points? If I got a quick look. No, he didn't. Just just basically 6 points. Dubravka, on the other hand, did get a save point. Lascelles there with 9 points. People are going to be happy who own Lascelles.
Well, I would say you've got to be happy with that clean sheet. Clean sheets in this game, very rare.
I've been very lucky with my goalkeepers so far. You know,
what's that? In all seriousness, it's like the 5th or 6th clean sheet you've had from Matt Ryan in the last 8 games.
Yeah, I would say that. Yeah, not done too bad.
Dan, your thoughts on that particular fixture?
Oh, hang on a minute. Before you ask him, we've got Hassan in chat. Hassanality. Hello, Elite FPL. Steve and Jason. Nice to catch you guys live. You guys are doing a phenomenal job streaming and covering virtual FPL. Wishing you all the best for the Football Content Awards. Hassanality, thank you ever so much for those kind words there. And you're doing an awesome job also with, keeping everyone up to date on Twitter with virtual FPL and just basically helping making this a reality, essentially. I've enjoyed playing it, and I'll continue to enjoy playing it up until FPL really resumes, and then my concentration will go after that. But it'll be interesting to see what you guys have planned for this virtual FPL in the off season, because I think that could be a beautiful thing.
Well, if we will be discussing this later, but if FPL officially is announced coming back before this Sunday, every day from Sunday there will be a virtual FPL night. Every single day from this Sunday, it's going to be a game.
My wife would kill me, mate.
So
stream every night.
Well, there'll be a lot of match of the day challenges, I think.
Yeah.
From myself the other day.
You were going to ask Dan something, yeah.
Yeah, Dan, your quick thoughts on that game before we move on to, well, it's going to be your game that you're going to be covering, which is Arsenal versus Man City.
Awesome. Yeah, just a drab game, really. Not much happening at all. Lots of yellow cards in Newcastle. Obviously, good news for Jason with a clean sheet for Brian. But as you said, two kind of dire teams that cancelled each other out and not won the match of the day later on. Just dire, really.
Are Newcastle assets or even Brighton assets in your thought process?
No. Put it simply.
No, that's a very.
I mean, you can't rely on you. I suppose maybe like a cheap Brighton defender possibly going forward, but I mean, who are you going to rely on? Joe Linton or I think one of the guys in chat was saying that he's a rank killer, or Lascelles as well.
Yeah, Lascelles. I think if I was going to get one person from Newcastle, it would be Lascelles.
They've got
9 points there.
I must say, though, they've got some excellent fixtures at home anyway. Burnley, Aston Villa, Crystal Palace and Norwich, all at home in the next 7 games. I certainly think that I potentially could be jumping on one of their defenders. Brighton, on the other hand, I think after this Norwich game, they've got well, Jason, you'll be selling Matt Ryan. Let's just put it like that. But Dan, we've got the big game next. Is Arsenal versus Man City. I'm predicting Man City to win this pretty comfortably. I think I said 3 or 4-1. You?
2-1 Arsenal.
2-1 Arsenal?
Yeah.
Apart from the biased point of view,
of course he's going to say it.
Behind that,
what am I going to say? I'm not going to. No, I don't care. The fact that I've got. I'm biased. I'm going to say 2-1 to Arsenal. But I mean, in real life, the reverse is completely different. They've smashed us so many times at the Emirates recently, like 3-0, 3-0, 3-0 in the League Cup. We've got to play them when the FPL starts again, and I'm not looking forward to it. So my head says 2-1 Arsenal, my heart says 3-1 Man City. There you
go. Go on, Jason. Let's hear what you're predicting, because you normally love to put Arsenal down. Let's hear it.
Yeah, he does.
I don't think Arsenal are going to come out with a victory in this game. I think there'll be goals for both teams, though. So I like Dan's logical prediction in 3-1 to Man City. I'm going to go with that one. Is
Aubameyang going to get what you always say?
Probably a token goal.
10 points.
He'll just get his token goal. Maybe might even just get an assist, but he'll get a goal probably just to tie him over. Sub 10 points.
Yeah.
Balance will be restored in the universe.
Yeah, sorry, Jason. I think that's why I took De Bruyne and Aguero out, because I couldn't bear to have them scoring points against my own team. I think subconsciously that's why I did it.
See, I look at Arsenal away and I think green fixture for Man City. I just think it's the defenders. Right, they're just 6s and 7s. I mean, I look forward to be proven wrong, but I just think it could be 4-1 Man City. But I'm going to go with more of a conservative 3-1. You watch Sane probably end up getting a hat-trick now.
Well,
because I had him as captain.
Yeah, the lineups are out now, so I'll just read them out for the viewers.
Hold on a minute, Dan. Relax. Wait a minute. 2 seconds. I need to catch up with the fact that I'm not even on the screen. So, do you want to go for it then, mate? If you're going to be covering.
Sure. So, Leno in goal, Cedric, David Luiz, Mari, Mustafi, Guendouzi, Ceballos, Joe Willock, Mesut Ozil, Lacazette, and Aubameyang for Arsenal. And then for Manchester City, we've got Edison, Laporte, Zinchenko, Cancelo, Otamendi, Gundogan, Sane, Bernardo Silva, Kevin De Bruyne, Raheem Sterling, and the main man himself, Sergio Aguero.
Now, before we kick this game off, just to remind the audience, you got rid of Aguero and De Bruyne, didn't you?
Yeah, I don't know. I've got a bad feeling.
Jason, just quickly, because when you were away, I kind of asked you about this, but you didn't hear, obviously. Your thoughts on Dan getting rid of De Bruyne and Aguero?
His head's gone. Right, let's run the simulation. Go on, count us down, Dan. Go on.
Okay, 3, 2, 1, go. So kicking off at the Emirates here, Arsenal surely set for a victory against Manchester City. Sterling to Aguero.
Oh, fantastic.
Sounds like your head's gone, mate.
I got to remember this is a virtual game. 1-0 to Man City. Aguero scored. Sterling got the assist. Sorry for the bad language. Bernardo Silva trying to dribble. Oh, so close. Man City putting the pressure on. Sane's open, but intercepted by Mustafi. Sterling in a dangerous position here, but it's come to nothing. Arsenal getting dominated here by Man City early on. And, so it's a bit play in the middle here, a bit scrappy. Lacazette having a go, Aubameyang, but straight into Edison. And still 1-0 to Manchester City after that early goal. Sterling on the counter-attack. And a yellow card here for Otamendi early on. De Bruyne slipping it to Laporte. Laporte over the bar. That was terrible. Still 1-0 to Man City. Otamendi, another chance, but intercepted there by David Luiz, Mr. Reliable at the back. Willock to Aubameyang.
Oh, it's a goal!
Oh, it's Aubameyang! He's done it, Jason.
Points, as predicted before the game. Arsenal
level. Taken goal.
And Willock with the assist there, surprisingly. So De Bruyne has just missed a chance there, just over the bar. Leno had it covered, though, I think. So still 1-1. De Bruyne gets his head onto it though, and over the bar, just over by a whisker. Ozil trying his luck, and a goal from Messi!
Go, Danny boy! Oh my goodness!
Look who got the assist. Look who got the assist.
Oh wow, Bamian. Bloody hell. Goal done.
Could he be getting bonus free?
Aguero on the half volley and just balloons it over. Otamendi again. Oh, Otamendi has got the goal.
Oh my god. Now look who got the assist, Dan.
This is what happens when you try and eat your dinner and do transfers. Leno, brilliant save. Aguero lost his marker, just wide. Aguero's looking dangerous. What a prick. Aston on the counter. Willock gets his head to it. He just lost control of the ball. Man City on the counter attack here and missed by Aguero. He's rubbish. Right, 30 minutes remaining. Bernardo Silva trying his luck. Otamendi again involved, but Luiz getting in there just in the nick of time. Willock played in there, but his shot was terrible. A yellow card here for Cedric, on loan from Southampton. Another brilliant save from Eder. This is a proper end-to-end game. This is a Super Sunday style game, so it was sub here for Arsenal. And once again, Aubameyang having a crack, but Safar's trying to dribble, missed. Arsenal coming back in. Bellerin's come on for Cedric there. Another sub as well coming on. Defensive looking a bit. Aguero's kindly gone off, thank God for that.
Goal!
Sane!
Sane again.
Oh, typical Arsenal.
Sane. Good lad.
Get some more goals, guys. Come on. Come on, KDB. Go.
Oh, yeah. KDB hasn't been involved.
No.
Bernardo Silva's in here.
Here he is. Here he is. Here he is. On cue, right on cue.
Oh, God.
KDB and Aguero involved in the goals
Damn.
and assists.
Oh, you got silent, Dan. We'll talk about it now. Now the game's ended.
Oh.
Take it away, Dan.
It was just 2-1 up, lost 4-2. Aguero getting assists and goals, going off with 20 minutes to go, but I'm looking at it now, and yeah, that was an absolutely howler of a decision to get rid of him there. So, and the fact that Arsenal lost as well. Probably my reaction was quite extreme at the start to Aguero. So I think it was just because I thought Arsenal were going to start well, but I'm looking at the points now. Bernardo Silva.
Yeah, this fixture. Does this fixture ring a bell to you guys?
Yes, it does. I know Andy March just said it.
Yeah. You know. Hopefully this will be the result in 2 weeks' time, says Andrew Martin, yeah?
Yeah, all right, Andrew Martin, calm down. But Aubameyang got 10
It's
points.
at the Etihad, though, isn't it?
Is it at the Etihad? It is it? Oh, is it? Oh, yeah, they did play. Yeah, sorry, yeah. So, yeah, Dan, what are you thinking of bonus points in that game? Bernardo Silva picking up bonus 3 for the 2 goals.
Yeah, I mean, Otamendi was involved a lot. Otamendi got 6 points there, but Otamendi seemed to be like constantly having shots and causing havoc. Typical Arsenal defending, but Aubameyang, reliable, virtual FPL asset really with his 10 goals. Aguero, 11. I feel a bit sick seeing that, but I'm hoping Vardy and Salah can kind of make me feel better in the next few games. But at least we give him a game. But I've got to keep remembering this is virtual FPL. It's not the real Arsenal playing.
Well, I don't know. I mean, honestly, I'll be honest with you. If you told me it was going to end 4-2 to Man City in 2 weeks' time, I'd believe it.
You think that's a good result?
I would because you need to strengthen up in defence. Like we've been like that for a few seasons now. Obviously, Tierney kind of never. I like Saka personally. I think he's more of a midfielder than a defender. But Tierney's obviously coming back from injury. But you just need some quality centre backs really in that team to kind of because Leno's a good goalkeeper.
Yeah, I mean we've got loads of centre backs, but like you said, we haven't got any quality centre backs.
Quality centre backs. Up McCartney, mate. That's what you need.
Yeah, that's the dream. But we've been saying that for about 10 years now. I mean, out of all of them, you got to get rid of some of them. I think maybe like Luiz will be gone. I don't think Luiz has done too bad this season actually, but Socrates is getting on a bit. Holding, I'm not sure if he's going to come through. We've actually got the Saliba come in. He's actually on loan back to the team we bought him from, but Saliba comes in next season, so going to need to do some work in that department.
Question for you, Jason. Time to get rid of Sane. Last 5 games, all single-digit returns.
Possibly. I certainly. It seems that the returns are dying down a little bit, but it's one of those players is that you get rid of him and he'll just end up getting a hat trick. It's really risky getting rid of. What are the fixtures like? I haven't seen Man City, because that would be another thing that I'll be considering. Fixtures Man City are no, I wouldn't be getting rid of Sane right now. No way. Southampton away, Brighton at home, Watford away, Burnley at home. No chance. Who are you going to bring in for him?
Well, it depends. I mean, Salah's come back now. Could it free up funds? Kevin De Bruyne is back on the radar with his consistent returns. I certainly think that maybe could it be just a straight swap to Kevin De Bruyne, because he does seem to be returning better than Sane at the moment. Other players, like I say, Salah off the top of my head could tonight come back with a big haul like he usually does at home. I think for me, I just find with this game that once players seem to drop a form, it's just getting better. Mason Mount, somebody that's been playing really well.
Would you say dropping off form, he's getting assists, a goal and an assist here and there at the moment? But I mean, it's like, are you expecting 2 or 3 goals a game for that? For no, what is he? 9.5 is he? I can't remember what he is.
9.3, yeah. But what I mean, it's like he was consistently bringing double-digit returns between game week 15 up to game week 22, and then all of a sudden he's just dropped off a cliff, despite the fact that the fixtures have been really, really favourable. And I'm just not. And he's missed a match as well.
Go on, get rid of him, mate. Go on, get rid of him. But there was a good point made in chat by Andrew Martin. I just want to bring it back. Sorry. Arsenal needs someone like Ndidi. Block FPL agrees completely with that. I think that's a very good shout there.
And Ndidi would be a brilliant signing. I think he's underrated by lots of people, but people that like yourself and FPL Block that watch football, I
suppose it's all right having quality centre backs, but if they've got no protection, if they've got a holding midfielder that can protect them, then they're going to get exposed as well anyway, aren't they?
I was having this conversation with my workmate in 2009 when I lived in Reading. Said, we need a good centre back, we need a good defensive midfielder. It's like 2020 now.
It's
but
finding one, It's and also it's tough, isn't it, when you're Arsenal? Got to try and attract them.
We beat you this season, Jay, and we drew you. We're not doing too bad.
Right. Anyway, everyone's going to go Newcastle next season. Right. So mini league wise, not much movement I can see at the moment.
I wouldn't look at it, Jason. I wouldn't look at it because the the game's about to update.
But I will say that John Magic is still underneath me, so it's everything's fine.
Yeah, so we're up to the next game now, which is Bournemouth versus Chelsea.
Will Alonso get another 20 points? What's happened to Steve-O?
Where's he gone? He's done a me.
What's happened to Steve-O?
I can only see you now.
Right, you can do the commentary on this, mate, and I'll sort him out.
All right, okay.
Right, 3, 2, 1. In fact, should we wait for Steve-O to come back?
Okay, I've paused it now. I'll
bring him back in. I'll bring him back in. Is he there? He's there. Steve-O.
I don't know what happened there.
You're back, mate. You're back. You're fine. Right. It's fine.
So as I was saying before I, for some reason, went off air, I'm wondering if Mason Mount will keep up his hot form at the moment. Will Abraham punish me for selling him? We'll find that in 2 seconds. Let's just quickly read out the lineup. So with Bournemouth first, it is Ramsdale and goal, Adam Smith, Ake, Simpson, Francis, Stanislas, Lewis Cook, Fraser, Lerma, Solanke, and Callum Wilson. Of course, Solanke on hot form at the moment. And in the Chelsea team, it's Kepa, Alonso, Zuma, Rudiger, Emerson, Hudson-Odoi's back. No Reece James, interestingly enough. Jorginho, Willian, Mason Mount, Batshuayi and Abraham again. Of course, Chelsea winning 6-1 the other day against West Ham. Will they do the same here? In a 3, a 2, a 1, let's get on with this game. And let's see if Chelsea can get another high-scoring game in this. I'm surprised, though, that Batshuayi starting. Dana, Batshuayi starting for Chelsea up front with Abraham?
Only in virtual FPL. I think Batshuayi's useless in real life. And obviously as an asset as well in the past. Yeah, unless it's the last game of the season. That did well for Palace in the last game of the season last season. But no, just in virtual
Didn't
FPL.
you was it? No, it was Hudson-Odoi that you've got a bit of a player crush on, isn't it, Steve-O? Not Batshuayi.
Yeah, Hudson-Odoi is an excellent prospect. I remember seeing comments from Davey P in a stream that I did. It was the Burnley versus Chelsea stream, and Hudson-Odoi, I specifically had in my team. He was benched, and then of course he came on, got an assist, and then got a yellow card, and then he could have. I believe he had another assist ruled out because Chelsea goal wasn't allowed in. But yeah, I think Hudson-Odoi is an absolutely fantastic talent, but. Yeah, at the moment, though, this particular game, 33 minutes in, there's been pretty much nothing going on. Chelsea have had the majority of the ball, but really nothing's coming back. Alonso doing so well at the moment. He scored about I think he's got like 2 goals and like 4 assists over the last 5 games or whatever it is. He's been an absolute machine of late. But here's Alonso now passing to the feet of Abraham, but he's just completely lost control of the ball here at the 42nd minute mark. And yeah, Abraham, the reason why I got rid of him is because number one, he had the funds, 7.5 million, got me funds to bring in Vardy, and number two, his away form is pretty poor. And lately, I'm just finding that his form overall isn't that particularly great. Bournemouth, Lerma's losing his marker, but then Kepa just collects it, and it's pretty safe hands from here. And again, talking of Alonso, he's open, but he couldn't quite get it on target. It was a very, very difficult chance for Alonso, but of late, he's been putting him away. But we've got another yellow card in this game for Chelsea. Emerson with the first yellow card, now Willian. Willian, somebody in the early part of the season was quite a good option to be bringing in, but he's... Well,
come on, Bournemouth.
Completely gone off the rail of late. Bournemouth making another substitution here with Stanislas going off, King coming on. Now... Rudiger getting yellow card. Oh, you can see a red card, Jason.
Maybe.
Bournemouth.
Bournemouth making another substitution with Solanke come off and Billing going on. And now Bournemouth have received an injury with Lerma. Who cares? Lerma out for 7 weeks and that has no effect on virtual FPL. Gosling coming on. Of course, a local lad for us. Lewis Cook now getting a yellow card. There's more yellow cards. Oh, there's an awarded penalty.
Bournemouth!
Like King.
How many people brought in Alonso for this fixture as well? Away at Bournemouth. And
look at the time. He's just been substituted off.
Yeah.
Scored. Oh, no. Alonso owners. Damn. And Batshuayi's just gone off for Brozier. Who? Never heard of him. Emerson getting a head to it, but Francis has made a really, really good tackle, and Jorginho's gone off. Kante, the goal-scoring machine's come on. We've got another yellow card. Billing getting it this time. The substitute getting his yellow card. That's done. We've got a goal for Abraham. Damn.
Wow.
And the assist. Oh, that's frustrating from my point of view. Abraham scoring. Mason Mount with the assist. It's probably the only action, the last action that's going to be in this game. Oh, we got another penalty.
What?
From
King again. No assist. No assist for either penalty.
Oh, what? So Josh King must have been fouled in both of the goals.
Abraham bonus 2.
I love seeing Chelsea lose, even in virtual.
Oh, go on, Bournemouth.
What's going on there? Josh King getting 3, Abraham with 2, Mason Mount with 1. Dan, your thoughts on that game? It seemed to be all Chelsea, but it was Bournemouth that came out.
I mean, look at it. There was like 6 yellow cards, 2 injuries to Lerma and Gosling, so combined, total 14 weeks.
Yeah.
But yeah, 2 goals from King, late penalty as well. He's quite good with the penalties in real life, and surprised that I say Alonso didn't really return anything in this real fixture. He did. He actually got a proper haul in this fixture in real life. So, but yeah, up the cherries and unlucky Chelsea.
Jason, do you want to go for the mini league?
Yeah, absolutely. I want to say while I'm loading it up, thank you everyone that's tuning in at the moment. 53 viewers for this this live FPL stream. It's pretty awesome considering we didn't even schedule it. Let me bring up the mini league. James didn't play, bad defense. Yeah, Reece James owners will be probably relieved actually.
Oh my god, Jason, if you all want to have a laugh, everybody, we're all gonna have a laugh at Lewis Kirkby's team. Jason, take it away. He's 8th in the mini league at the moment. Have a laugh.
Lewis Kirkby's team. All my life. Okay. Lewis, what's going on, my friend? You've captained Alonso. You were 1 game week too late, mate. Yeah, I got the likes of Salah, Sane, De Bruyne. I mean, in that team, I would, yeah, very risky, very, very risky. After such a, I mean, it's only obviously you mentioned the last few game weeks, Alonso getting, what was it? How many returns you say?
Oh God, it's something like 4 assists and 2 goals, something like that.
It's going to be one of those things where in this streak of returns, and then he could just end up blanking now for the next 5 or 6 game weeks quite easily, because beforehand, it was Well, it's getting on the players at the right time, and I can see why he's captain Alonso after that haul, but I think it's very risky. I mean, Bournemouth away, yeah, I can see the logic behind it. It's not worked out for him, but yeah, better luck next time, buddy.
Quite a few Vardy captainers in the top 10. We got Gabriel De
He took a
Rocca,
-8 as well, did he?
Yes, he did. Yeah, I don't know.
Oh, yes, he did take a -8. Yeah.
Got the cells.
You captain Kane. Tell me why.
It was just literally a flip of the coin between Kane and Vardy, but I just think that
You've gone
Kane
Mane.
away at West Ham.
Should have gone Mane, mate.
Yeah, but I'm happily to block it. I've got Vardy in my team, so I'm happily willing to block it. So.
Block what?
Well, the fact that I've got him, and if anybody's got him cat, I'm only going to miss out on X amount of points. And I think
Yeah,
Kane's
true.
going to virtually match him anyway. I think
Okay.
Kane is... he's like Vardy. He's going to score pretty much give or take every single game. West Ham are very, very leaky.
Oh, John Magic. Guess who had in goal? He took out Fabianski. Guess who he brought in?
I'm going to go with a clean sheet of Dubravka, someone like that.
Yeah, because you just loaded it up.
Oh,
That's
I did.
all right.
No, I didn't actually. Yes, I brought him in.
Yeah,
Oh,
you got
okay.
it. You got it. Well done, John. Well done for bringing in Dubravka. You got Sane, your turn there as well. Sane assist. He's gone with Alexander Arnold. Wow. Brett Mollison down in 22nd. Let's go up to Aman Dillon. He's bench boosted. Aman Dillon.
Yeah.
He's got Vardy, Kane, Heaton. Then he's got on his bench. He's got Heaton, Tanganga, Greenwood, and Mariappa. Not the most exciting of benches, to be honest with you.
Look who
James
else
didn't
is-
play. James didn't play, so it's automatically lost out of a player there. And then
And
up
look at
the
the
Chelsea's
other bench boost.
Moonwalker. Moonwalker's bench boosted straight above him as well. Took a -4. Also had Reece James in his team. Ooh, that's unfortunate, isn't it? We all know
And
what
there's
happened to me
another-
when I bench boosted though, Steve, didn't I? When Sane didn't play, I got Vardy points.
I said to Dan in a voice message, your luck in fantasy football. That it's
Well,
not just the fact that you had Vardy vice captain. It's the fact that Mariappa got you
Yeah.
an assist. Just fuck off.
I know. Yeah, it's brilliant. It's brilliant. Mate. It's brilliant.
Fuck me.
Paulie did a bench boost too. He's got
Yes.
Laporte. On his bench, he's got McCarthy, Hayden, who's already got 3 points. Soyuncu and Williams. Yeah. So are you looking at the top? Things are interesting. -8 for the defender. He's got Aubameyang. He had Lascelles play. Sane. He's gone with Salah captain. And Gabriel De Rocca at the top has gone with Vardy captain. So
Yes.
interesting there. Maybe some movement at the top. There's not too... Well, there actually is a bit of a gap now formed between the defender and Gabriel. I think defender's taking too many hits. I think that's the issue here. He's obviously
we've
got
got the
Ryan
next-
Seacher and breathing behind him. But yeah, the next game coming up now.
Jason, you can do the commentary for this game. It's your team away
Just
at Everton.
be-
It's Man United.
Just be... Yeah, I will do. I'll show the lineups now. Just be aware, I've only got one line of commentary, so I might miss out on things. Okay, for Everton in goal. Wow, there's a motorbike going past Dan's house. Pickford in goal. Digne, Coleman, Holgate, Keane, Bamin, Iwobi, Sigurdsson, Walcott, Richarlison, Calvert-Lewin for Everton. And for Manchester United, we've got David De Gea, Shaw, Maguire, Jones, Wan-Bissaka, Pogba, Gomez. Ooh, interesting. Interesting. So Gomez, McTominay, Fernandes, Martial, and Rashford.
And I've just seen that Paulie has Williams in his team. He's not playing. I think it's Paulie or Lewis
Yeah.
Kirkley. I can't remember. He's not playing either. I'm looking out for Martial. See what he does in this game. It's going to be very, very interesting.
Okay. Surprised at that Gomez though. Would have played Greenwood probably over Gomez. But anyway, let's go. 3, 2, 1, boom.
What were you predicting for this game, Jason? I think I went
Go 2-1 to Man United. I'm going to go 2-1 Man United. 2-1 Man United.
Dan?
I'll say to.
Yeah, nice. I wonder if Calvert
He can't go for a Man United win.
Nice and diplomatic.
Yeah.
Got quite a lot of action, Jason, already.
Thank you, Andrew, for voting. Whoever you voted. If you did vote for us, thank you ever so much. And thank you, Paulie, for that vote as well in the Football Content Awards. Much appreciated. We're going to definitely document our trip there, aren't we, Steve-O?
I'd like to think so, yeah. It's down the road for me. I could
Sorry,
walk it.
It's all right for some.
Can actually drink.
I can imagine that.
That'll be good content, Jason. Anyway, go on.
Yeah. We're going to live stream it. We're going to live stream it, guys.
An award ceremony live stream for about 4 hours. Fantastic.
And we're gonna then when we leave the award ceremony at like 1 o'clock in the morning, we're gonna play football in the street, and it's a goal for Everton. Sigurdsson with the goal, Richarlison with the assist, and already Everton 1-0 up. Can Manchester United do anything to reply? Rashford on the half volley. Well, we all know Rashford is not exactly in form. Did get a goal last game, but yeah, just
he's got a
barren
couple
run.
of goals in the last 2 games. I was looking at bringing.
Was it a couple of goals? Was it really?
He's had a goal a game, yeah. Last 2 games he scored, I believe.
Martial having a chance there, but loses control of the ball. Obviously, Martial now back from injury. A few game weeks he's been back now, so hopefully he can do something. Gbamin, Richarlison combining. Looks like the defender did enough. Everton, creative play, but it goes over the bar. Digne sleeps through to Calvert-Lewin, and nothing comes from it. Right, a tame shot straight at De Gea. Keane passes Richarlison, gets the ball, and it's losing control of it.
Calvert-Lewin, a player which is off the boil at the moment.
Richarlison!
Oh,
Digne with the assist. Richarlison goal. Digne assist. What? I don't know what's going on.
Ollie's at the wheel was what's going on.
God, 2-0 to Everton, Jason.
Turn it around. Come on. Let's get the next goal. Is so important. If we get Gomez getting his head to it. God, he's only tiny.
I'm sure Fernandez will still get 3 bonus though. I'm sure that will come out of this, despite a Richarlison double.
But Pogba tries to dribble. So this is a thing in this game. Pogba just doesn't do much. Just hardly ever see his name.
Quite realistic. Unless he's playing for France, of course.
Yeah. Got a substitution for Everton.
Bernard on, yeah, for Wobie.
You were talking about Bernard the other day.
Yeah, quality player. Holgate shoots from the edge of the box, goes wide. It doesn't look like United are going to get back into this game at the moment. Pogba in dangerous position. Will he score now just to prove me wrong?
That's
incredible
an interesting
save.
Substitution, Jason, for Man United.
Greenwood on for who?
Martial.
Wow.
That is a very interesting substitution. Taking off Martial, a player. Okay, he's only just come off from injury, but he did get a goal and assist the last game, and you would have thought he's one of the most attacking
James and Greenwood combine. Should have done better this game. I'm telling you now, United are not getting back into this game. Fred plays into Rashford, straight at Pickford. Yeah, I'm so glad I don't have any Man United attacking options, put it that way.
Yeah, they're off form at the moment, like it's always.
And obviously, who was it? Who's the one who had Williams?
I think it was Paulie, I think.
Well, he's been let off the hook then, hasn't he?
But he played a bench boost.
Oh, he did, didn't he? Yeah. Oh, that's a shame. It's ended 2-0. Matic out for 4 weeks. Richarlison picking up bonus 3. Pickford bonus 2. Digne bonus 1. All I can say is that was dog meat. Awful. That awful. That was awful.
Dan, let's get your thoughts on that game.
But look at the involvement in attack though. Bruno Fernandes tops the chart, most attacking involvement. So that would indicate that just.
Well, I barely saw his name.
Well, yeah. I think he's been passing it. He's been passing through balls to the likes of Martial and Rashford, but they're just spurring the chances wide. So again, I don't think it's the supply. Supply's not the issue. It's the actual final. Accurate shooting, which is just not there at the moment for United. Hence why the game ended 2-0 to Everton. Well done to anyone that had Richarlison or Digne in their team. I doubt that many people would have had stuck to Digne because he's not done much, has he, in virtual FPL?
Apart from for John Harris the other week when he captained and he got a goal and a clean sheet or an assist and a clean sheet, something stupid like that. It's ridiculous.
Well, it's the same again now. Assist and a clean sheet.
Just to let you know, Dan, you haven't had a single player playing yet.
I know. I was just thinking that. I mean, just looking at this game here, though. I mean, Man United, it was just 1s and 2s. So that just says it all. Richarlison, just completely forgot about him, really. But he was, Barcelona were trying to sign him in January, and there must be a reason for that. So good win for Everton.
Another bench booster below you, Jason, is Shano83. He had Dubravka coming off, but Montoya didn't play for him, and he just had Calvert-Lewin blank for him. That's disappointing for Ings captain. And we've got the big game next for you two. Well, I mean, I own your captain anyway, so it doesn't really matter. But
Well, it does if he gets a hat-trick.
Yes, true, but I keep saying forever, but yeah, Liverpool versus Crystal Palace. Dan, your prediction for this specific game? I think I went 3 or 4-0.
I was exactly. Sorry, Dan.
Yeah, I'll say 3-0, and hopefully Mane will get get a hat trick. We'll get the goods.
I'm gonna go with 5.
5?
Yeah, 4 or 5. 4 or 5 goals in this game for Liverpool.
I mean, people like It's Raw 12G saying Salah captain. Again, just quickly remind us, Dan, why you went Mane instead of Salah.
Bit of a differential, maybe. I mean, with this game, I'm just playing it for the sake of the pod and doing it now for a bit of fun, really. So, but I did see that fixture, and I thought I can see lots of goals in it. So I kind of panicked to get Salah in. So hoping that he actually returns the favour, but we'll see.
Well, FPL defender Ryan Seachin has been. I mean, Jason, you keep going on and on about him. He's been storming it of late, hasn't he, in the mini league?
Yeah, up to 3rd place, breathing down the neck of the defender. And if the defender keeps taking these in unnecessary point hits, I can see Ryan being 2nd coming the end of this week.
If you look at Anurag's team, he's on 35 points, and I'm thinking, let's have a look at his team. He's basically had every player playing apart from 3 of them.
What?
Vardy captain.
What?
Yeah, look at his team.
Anurag's had almost all of his team play.
Yeah, apart from 3, yeah.
Where is he again? What position?
He's 4th.
Oh my god, he's stormed up the league. He was like 6th or 7th last time I saw him. But then, look how close it is.
Yeah.
Wow, yeah. Pukki, Vardy and Lundstrom to play. Wow.
And the time is ready, gentlemen. Dan, you'll be commentating on this game. It's Crystal Palace versus Liverpool. Do you want to tell us the lineups, my friend?
Yeah, I'm just waiting for it to load up now. So obviously Liverpool, Crystal Palace, and just as that moment comes, the lineups have not come on my the lineups up on yours, or?
No, it's not. I just give it a couple of seconds to
Yeah,
refresh and everything.
give it a little while.
But yeah, I'm excited for this game. You've got your captain in this game, and then my captain plays up next. The teams are available, Dan.
Yeah, Alexon, Robertson, Trent Alexander-Arnold, Lovren, Van Dijk, Lallana, Chamberlain, Henderson, Mane, Salah, and Firmino. And then for Crystal Palace, Guaita, Kelly, Van Ancelotti, Cahill, Dan, Maya, Radel Wild. I've probably murdered that name. Milivojevic, Zaha, Benteke, and Ayew. So yeah, those are the lineups.
Isn't it Riedewald?
Riedewald, yeah, never heard of him. I don't know. So.
And there's no Gomez, interestingly, for Liverpool. Lovren taking his place. That's a surprise there. Crystal Palace really look like they're going to be going for this. So Dan, do you want to count us down?
Okay, 3, 2, 1, go. So starting off at Anfield here, 0-0. Liverpool Crystal Palace start of the match.
Come on, Mane.
And Liverpool in possession. Chamberlain in the dangerous position, but it's come to nothing. Stoops it over the bar. And Van Aanholt to Ayew. And Henderson sips it to Mane. Mane gets it over the bar. Chamberlain gets his head to it. Salah on the half volley. 1-0 Salah. And an assist from Lovren of all people. Aided with Gomez. Zaha gets on top of it, and Benteke on the half volley against his old club, but Lovren was in the way there. So still 1-0 to Liverpool here, and an assist for Lovren of all people. A goal!
Alexander-Arnold! Oh, not Salah! No, not Salah!
Well, he's outperforming De Bruyne. So I'm happy about
He's
that.
outperforming Mane as well.
Yeah, there is that as well. Chamberlain finds space. Guaita makes a brilliant save, keeping the score down for Palace here, but Liverpool have been all over Palace like a rash, and
John Harris is going to be loving this.
Here, and Guaita makes the save. Still 2-0, but Guaita's keeping them in the game here. Cahill shooting from the edge of the box, but straight at Alisson, not really going to trouble the Brazilian there. Salah gets his head to it, and save there. Salah again shooting, he's getting involved here. Ayew getting involved. End-to-end here at the moment. Trent Alexander-Arnold was denied. Guaita, brilliant save again. It's a 2-0. Still, so Milivojevic lost control of the ball, and Firmino's in, but Cahill managed to make the challenge in there. Good block from Cahill. Still 2-0 to Liverpool here. Salah with 2 goals, assists from Lovren and Trent. And Henderson, Van Dijk has a crack there. Salah, Trent Alexander-Arnold just wide. I can't barely keep up. This is Liverpool absolutely rinsing Crystal Palace, something special. Mane gets on top of it, but he's intercepted. Mane has a chance and a goal!
Yes!
Mane!
Mane! There we go.
Oh, we've got a goal.
There's 2 more goals to come. Come on, Mane.
So 3-0 to Liverpool. Jason's prediction of 5-0 could be happening. Trent Alexander-Arnold placing Salah. Salah lost control of the ball there, mixed his feet up. Mane trying his luck, and a goal for Mane!
Yes! Come on, one more goal for Mane. It's this. Let's all pray together. Alexander-Arnold with 2 assists, and John Harris must be loving life. His captain currently on a clean sheet potential with 2 assists.
Oh my God, it's 4-0 if you're a Palace fan. Look away now. Are you trying his luck there? But Trent Alexander got away. Penalty to Palace.
Oh, he's missed it!
Oh my God, Milivojevic is so reliable, but he's missed. If you,
Goodness.
I can't believe it. I can't keep up. Henderson's open, but he's lost control of the ball there. And a sub here for Liverpool. Milner coming on for Robertson. Palace substitution. Tosin coming on, hoping to get a goal maybe. Yellow card for Van Hansel, whose name I can't really pronounce. Mane coming in. Gaeta makes a brilliant save again. Gaeta's been keeping Palace.
Who's going to get the hat trick? Who's going to get it? Come on. Is it going to be an
Alexander
hat trick of assists?
Salah's in a dangerous position here, but Salah shoots again. It's a goal! It's the hat trick!
No!
Salah!
5-0 to Liverpool. Jason's predictions come here so far. Can Palace keep this below 5? Probably not at this rate. So Salah with a hat trick there. Milner's open here. Salah and Firmino combining there, but Cahill blocks the ball and does well there. But yeah, 5-0 to Liverpool. Salah with a hat trick and Mane with 2. Trent Alexander-Arnold with 2 assists, but everyone owns them, so who cares? Still 5-0. Looks like Liverpool taking some mercy on Crystal Palace and letting them go home with their sanity intact. But yes, Liverpool 5 and Crystal Palace 0, and Kelly sidelined for 2 weeks there just to add insult to injury. But yeah, guys, what do you think of that game?
Go for it, Jason.
I mean, if you told me that Mane was going to score 2 goals at the beginning of the game, I'll take that. But the fact that Salah got the hat trick, I just leave me to feel like I've not come out really well from this game. A lot of people owning Salah, a lot of people captaining Salah, a lot of people. Well, I mean, let's be honest with you. Like Dan says, everyone owns Alexander-Arnold, so it just came down to that really. And if we scroll down and look, we've got the bonus 3 for Salah, so he's going to be on for what? He's got 21 points. That's just ridiculous. 21 points for Salah to a measly 14 for Mane. So yeah, kind of 7 points behind him. Obviously double that to 14. So yeah, well done to Salah captainers on that one.
Dan, I mean, the biggest win for you here is the fact that you own both Salah, Mane and Trent.
Yeah, I can't complain really. In a sense, it's like what
I don't even want to look. I don't even want to look at the main league. Sorry, Dan. Sorry.
Yeah. So I've got Perez and Neto, so I feel quite confident that those guys will return in the upcoming fixtures. But no, I mean, you know, Mane went for him as captain. Kind of a bit of a risk, didn't fully pay off, but still 28 points. Salah, at least I've got some points now. I got 55 points. Didn't have any points for this game, so. Yeah, quite happy, but yeah, Salah had to get the last word in, didn't he?
I'm just glad that actually it looks like the Mane captaincies kind of cancelled it out in a weird way, because Mane and Alexander-Arnold got the same points, which is yeah, so kind of a little bit relieved about that, really.
Jason, you and your predictions, that's
yeah, spot on.
When you seem to go live, when we're live,
yeah, only in virtual FPL, mate. Only in virtual FPL. When it comes to normal Premier League stuff, like actual FPL, I'm miles away. So come to me for virtual FPL predictions, guys. But generally, they happen as the game's already updated, so you won't get any advice from me. But hello, FPL Penguin. How you doing, buddy? We've got FPL Penguin in the chat there. 54 people tuning in. Thank you ever so much for your support, guys. If you haven't already done so, please hit that like button and subscribe to the channel if you're new here. Gravy Dave's on 91 points. Gravy Dave with the sunglasses.
What?
Gravy Dave. I'm going to wear them just for you, man. 91 points, Gravy Dave. Absolutely blasting. Have you bench boosted, Gravy? Hey, G-Wiz. Shouldn't that be add injury to insult? G-Wiz just loves tormenting me, don't you, G-Wiz? We've got Clement LaRue. Hey, Clement. Are you looking forward to the 17th? Getting all back together again to do for FPL streams. It's going to be mental. The schedule's going to be so much fun as well. It's going to be content galore. Aratrav in chat as well. Mane and Trent, huge win for us. Salah, clap your hands. Absolutely. Hello, Optimus Prime. How you doing, buddy? Optimus Prime, FPL Fantasy Premier League Addict. That's his full name, guys. Beast Gulpers in chat as well. Common Sense, Salah home captain, Mane away captain in virtual FPL and just in FPL. Just the same in a real FPL. Common Sense, he says. Common Sense. Is it common sense to own both? Would you say, guys, Mane and Salah now?
Yes, I've got them anyway.
Yeah,
so
definitely.
Yeah. Well, you saying about getting Sane out could enable that for me.
God. I mean, look at the fixtures. Like as you say, Villa at home, Leicester away, Newcastle home, Norwich away. Yeah, definitely have both of them.
and like I said, the easiest way if you've got them both is if you've got Salah at home, you captain him. If you've got Mane away, you captain him. That's as simple as it gets in this particular game.
Do you not? Yeah. Well, okay. Sounds simple. House. Nope. I thought the site was broke when I checked. That's what Gravy Dave's saying. He hasn't done a bench boost. He's literally got 91 points. So I'll have to find out. Is he in our? He is in a mini league, isn't he?
Gravy? No, that's not in our game week 11 one.
Oh, is he not? Oh, okay, it's a shame. I thought it was. Okay. Lewis Kirkby in chat. Hey, Lewis, how you doing, man? City fixtures are too good to have double Liverpool mids, I think, anyway. Yeah, they are too good. I think it's one of those things. Get rid of Sane at your peril. Jason, what was your owning both? I mean, it's a tough one, isn't it? Do you either go with Sane, De Bruyne, or Salah and Mane, essentially? You could own all four, but your team's just going to be gimped.
I don't know. We'll talk about after the next game. Let's talk about then the next game. After the next game, it is the next fixture. It is West Ham versus Tottenham. It's now my captain up and running, and after seeing that, I'd like to think Harry Kane will get me something in this particular fixture here. We'll quickly go through the lineup. So West Ham versus Spurs. Of course, the game is oh, here we are. So for West Ham, we've got Fabianski in goal. Of course, John Harris got rid of him. Belbuena, Masuaka, Ogbonna, Diop, Lanzini, Felipe Anderson, Antonio Noble, Snodgrass, Allaire, Lloris, Sanchez, Foyth, Vertonghen, Aurier, Dyer, Lamella, and Ndombele, the informed Lucas Moura, Son, and Harry Kane. Jason, what's your prediction?
What's going on with Bergwijn? Is he injured?
I think he may be, yes. I think. Don't quote me on that. I think he
that's another player that has not done anything in this. For this game, I'm actually going to go... This is it, all eyes on me. Can I get another correct prediction? Spurs are a tough team. Like, you just don't know what to expect. I mean, Kane is back now, so I can see goals. Will West Ham be able to penetrate and score? I'm going to go with a Spurs win, but I think they're going to concede. I'm going to go 2-1 Spurs, maybe 3-1 Spurs. We're going to go 2-1.
Dan?
I'm going to go, let's say, 3-2 to West Ham. I think Liverpool will do something, but yeah, well, another biased prediction.
Here we go then, in a 3.
G-Wiz will love that.
1, let's get it on. It's West Ham versus Spurs. We're at the Bowling Ground, and yeah, this is my captaincy now with Harry Kane. It was either him or Vardy for myself. Never even contemplated Mane, to be honest. We've already got a goal, and it's Harry Kane. So there we are. We just talked about Harry Kane, assisted by the Tongan of all players. Well, that's great for me because straight away I'm happy with my differential captaincy paying off. But what I need, the problem with having a striker as captain is that you always kind of need them to be getting you at least a minimum of a double-digit return. That's why I'm kind of swaying to be doing my wild card to go back to a 3-5-2 formation. I did do a -4 to do a 3-4-3 formation for this particular game week, and then I'm doing my wild card probably from tomorrow to go back to 3-5-2. We're at the 19th minute mark. Felipe Anderson trying to do something with a half volley, but it's safe hands from Luis. We've got a yellow card for Dyer, and we've also got a yellow card for Burnley. And yeah, I'm wondering if this could be a feisty London derby where we could potentially see. And we got a goal. Jason did call it. Allaire of all people.
Yes.
West Tottenham's defence being breached again, Jason. It's the same old story, isn't it?
Yeah, it is, unfortunately. Aurier owners going to be disappointed with that one. I can see Spurs getting the winning goal, though, to get 2-1 or maybe a 3-1 victory in this game.
Lucas Moura playing again. He's just playing over and over. Oh, come on. He should be doing better with that. Should be doing better with that. Now, Felipe Anderson is in the open, but Aurier making a really, really good tackle there. Felipe Anderson, someone that I'm actually potentially could be looking at with West Ham's decent fixtures upcoming. And, Noble getting another yellow card. Could there be a red card in this feisty London derby? Sanchez is in the open, then he's just put it wide of Fabianski's post. Now it's all West Ham at the moment. Felipe Anderson trying to dribble it through. He goes for a shot, but he's just put it wider. Masuaku now getting on the action. He's just got ahead to it.
Clacko in chat's got Son as his captain. Good luck, mate.
Son?
Yeah, very differential captaincy pick. Not seen his name, not seen him at all. Unlike real FPL.
Son's been sidelined.
Oh my god!
6 weeks.
Sorry, mate. Just don't say anything. We jinx so much, Donny. I tell you now, it's almost like Vagaboli's watching us, and he's like
that. Yeah. Kane losing the ball again. He needs to be doing so. We got a yellow card.
It's a red card.
Oh, for Noble.
Steve-O, we can predict the future, mate.
Can Tottenham take advantage of this? Will Mourinho bring on a attacking substitution? Now, David Moyes bringing on 4 nails for Brenner. Substitution for Spurs here, and Sissoko's just come on. No, he hasn't. It was Sessegnon. So Sissoko's come on.
I feel so sorry for you, Clacko, mate. I'm sorry, mate.
There's a rival. We have got a goal.
Oh, it's a goal.
Masuaku scoring. Oh, and the talking of Bergwijn, he's come on for Vertonghen. Mourinho really does need to go for it now, even though the fact that West Ham are down to 10 men, they've gone behind 2-1. Cresswell coming on for Felipe Anderson. David Moyes is going to be wanting to tighten this up. Can Tottenham get anything out of this game? Dan did call a 3-2 win to West Ham. It's 2-1 to West Ham at the moment, despite only having 10 men. Noble being sent off. Can Tottenham get anything? It looks like it's going to end. It looks like it's going to end 2-1 to West Ham.
The wrong way round, it seems.
Yes, that is true. We got a yellow card for Masuaku, despite the fact he scored.
They're down to 10 men as well, aren't they?
Yeah, that's a terrible result for Tottenham. Can Tottenham get anything in the last second? No, they won't.
I just want to say very quickly, Masuaku bonus 3, Kane bonus 2, Haller bonus 1. I just want to say that Clacko, mate, I feel so bad for you, dude. I mean, the poor guy, he's like in chat, we're saying, yeah, Son, we've not heard much of his name. And then he writes in chat, early days, guys, early days. And then he gets sent 6-week injury, literally a second after he types it. Dude, that is so unlucky, mate. But you're a rival, so... It's only a game. It's only a game.
It's a wink to the camera, Jason.
Masuaku, also known as Masuaku.
Masuaku.
Sounds like some children's CITV character. Masuaku.
See what Lucas Davidson's just said in the chat, Jason. Have a look at that luck there. Have a look at that
Masuaku, first sub for Gomez. Get in. Oh my god. Jammy Dodger right there.
Nice, yeah, that's extremely.
He was delighted about this win for West Ham.
Oh, West Ham, yeah. Again, this is another one. Like in normal real world fantasy football, I could see West Ham beating Spurs 2-1. You know, just they're not exactly renowned for their stalwart defense. Even under Mourinho, I still don't rate them as being able to keep out attacks. But yes, Tottenham dropped points again.
Jason, do you want to have a look over the
mini
movers
league
and shakers in the mini league?
Absolutely, and all I can say is the top three are pretty much as you were. But actually, was Ryan above David then? The defender, beginning of the week.
He was, yeah.
He was.
Yeah,
Right,
yeah.
okay. So he was above him. So yeah, the defender taking a -8 doesn't seem to have really done much so far. I'm just quickly looking to see what players are left to play for either team. The captains have both played, Salah and both of them captain and Salah. I would say the advantage is probably looking at the two teams with. I'm probably going to go with Ryan. I like Ings, Pookie, Cantwell. I think those three are going to outscore. Dare I say it? I own Vardy. Actually, I don't know. Don't want to jinx myself. Well, but it's very close. I think there's going to be very little between them in terms of remaining points anyway. Then we'll quickly go down to to fourth place. We've got Harbour Boy now moving up. Green arrow for Harbour Boy. He's got Pope remaining, Egan. So Cantwell, Jimenez, interesting. And Deeney to play. He's held on to Deeney away at Leicester. Fair play. Green arrow up to fourth place. We've seen Anurag and Grekland go down slightly in the mini league, but still players to play. Steve, you've seen yourself get a green arrow up to seventh place. Still a lot of players for you left to play. You've only had 4 players play.
Yeah, but look at I've got 3 which are in the same game, and Jagielka, I bet, doesn't start. I don't understand why.
You just never know, mate. You never know. You don't. But to be fair, it's a good foothold already, up to 7th place. With that many players left to play, you could end up going above Anurag and closing in on 4th, which would be very interesting there. And Paulie having a good one with his bench boost. He did, of course. I say having a good one. He's got a green arrow. that's pretty much as far as it goes in terms of. Sorry, Paulie, if you're watching. Everyone else kind of just staying roughly where they were. Matthew has got a small green arrow there up to 14th place, jumping over up to Chelsea and Moonwalker. Not too much movement. I think the main ones are at the top. Still very close at the top. Between Gabriel Derop and Ryan Seachern, and David actually kind of now taking those point hits. If he keeps doing that, I think he's going to drop out of the top 3. The defender, calm down.
I'm just looking at your battle between yourself and John, and you've both had. Well, he's had 5. We've both had 5 players playing. Similar
points as well.
And it's down to Ings, Cantwell, Taylor and Bolly versus Jimenez, Wood, Mariappa, Saez and Neto. This is going to be very, very interesting. We've got the next game that you're going to be commentating, Jason.
Am I?
Yes, you are indeed, my friend.
Who gets all the best games?
It's the rotating circle. And what is the next game?
For frick's sake, you can do it. This is your team. You do it.
Do you want me to do it?
Go
on. We've got Aston Villa versus Burnley.
I have got Chris Wood, but it's... Sorry, Steve, go ahead.
Yeah, you brought in Chris Wood, didn't you? Tell the audience why you did it.
Because he's a legend at Burnley, and that, he's got decent returns in his last 10 game weeks played, and he's guaranteed starts, and he's a goal scorer. He's a goal scorer. He's a poacher. He's the guy that wears a mask.
Isn't he about 6'5" or something stupid like that?
6'5".
Yeah, even I look up to him, mate.
Well, let's read out the team news because it is quite interesting. So we've got for Aston Villa, as you would expect, Heaton and goal, Gilbert, Concert, Al Mohammadi, Mings, Jota, Nakamba, Douglas Luiz, Al Ghazi, Grealish, Wesley. For Burnley, Pope, Tarkowski, Taylor, Loughton, Long, which means no Bardsley, Cork, Brady, McNeil, Westwood, Rodriguez and Wood. So Ashley Barnes doesn't start in a 3, 2, 1. Here we go. It's Aston Villa versus...
Okay, go on.
It's Aston Villa versus Burnley. Jason, let's get your prediction for this game. I think
He's 1.9. Yeah, he is quite tall, isn't he? 1.9 meters. That's like 7. That's like 6'3".
Yeah, so I wasn't far off actually. He is tall, man. He gets the goals.
I didn't realise he was that tall.
What did you expect in this game, Jason? Prediction was, we got a goal by Westwood already. We've got a goal by Burnley.
No assist. No assist.
Getting the
Wow.
goal. Fantastic. That's what we want to see.
My old enabler getting the goods.
Westwood does seem to be a player in this particular game that actually does seem to do quite well. And he's just gone and get himself a yellow card too. I've got Grealish. I got Grealish specifically in this game, but Grealish is
Dan, I reckon Burnley have got their tactics on hard tackling. What do you reckon, Dan?
They've always got their tactics on hard tackling. God. Burnley.
Championship manager reference there, mate.
Yeah.
We got Douglas Lees with a half volley there, but Pope collects it pretty comfortably. It could be a sneaky clean sheet to Burnley, of course. Very, very good defensively, although they do seem to concede the odd silly goal here or there.
Come on, Wood.
Aston Villa, though, on the other hand, they are just absolutely pants. Can't seem to score that many goals. Grealish trying his luck, but of course, Charlie Taylor with a really good tackle because, like I said, Grealish does nothing at home in this game. He only seems to get his returns away from home, and it really was a choice.
I went for Grealish on the back of you mentioned him on a pod like about
he's done okay
2 weeks now, and I was like, oh yeah, I'll bring in Grealish. It just never really happened for me. Like I didn't get anything from him, so
he did okay. He's got what you kind of require from the bloke, but to be honest with you, you would expect that the amount of goals that Aston Villa are scoring, he'd be involved in every single one.
Neto, mate.
And we got a goal by Wood. Well done, Jason.
Wow, Jason.
Paid off. McNeil with the assist. Well done.
Oh, we go. Chris Wood did me proud, mate.
He could get you. He has been renowned for getting double-digit scores in this game. McNeil playing a Brady, but Heaton making a good save, of course. And we got a goal by Grealish. Talking of Grealish.
Well, Pope clean sheet gone. Thank you ever so much. I'll take that.
Ooh, that's very, very good for many people. If you've got thingy, now comes Ashley Barnes. Can Ashley Barnes steal the show? He's been scoring so well of late. All the substitutions coming on. Bardsley's now come on. Vidra's gone on. Aston Villa making a substitution. Samatta now coming on. Now, obviously, Dean Smith will be really wanting to go for this game. Can he get 1 point out of this by getting a draw? Can Aston Villa get something out of this? I think it's probably going to end 2 or maybe even 3-1 to Burnley in the end because, like I say, Aston Villa can't seem to score more than 1 goal in this particular virtual FPL game. Westwood and Wood combined, and we got a goal by Wood.
Oh my days.
Yes, here we go, ladies and gentlemen. Bonus 3 as well. It's going to be bonus 3 to Wood, surely now.
I don't believe it.
And that is it.
It is bonus 3 to Wood.
Grealish with 2.
Damn your transfers, Jay, says John Harrison chat. And I will say that Lewis Kirkby's not too happy with that outcome. I'm going to say that now.
He's my rival. Lewis Kirkby's my rival in this.
I can't believe it.
His chat has been auto-moderated.
Jason, didn't you do that transfer quite late as well?
I did that literally 3 minutes before the deadline. I was like, you know what? I don't want to play Deeney away at Leicester, so I'm going to bring in a player that I can afford. Didn't have any money in the bank. I think I had 6.2 or 6.3? I think it was 6.2, and I thought, right, it's a case of who do I bring in? I looked at the players at that price point. I looked at the points that they've accumulated so far over the virtual FPL season. I like the look of Burnley's fixtures, and I thought, you know what? I'm going to go with Chris Wood. He's reliable-ish.
Well,
he's like Danny Ings, isn't he?
He's steady Eddie.
Westwood getting 10 points as well, but yeah, that's a throwback from last season. But yeah, good win for Burnley though, Steve-O.
Yeah, it's an excellent win for us. We're one of those teams that whenever we see, even in real life, when we get battered, Sean Dyche really, really gets on them. We always seem to have really good results. We've drawn against Liverpool. We've just beaten Aston Villa. We beat, I think it was Watford or Crystal Palace 4-1 the other day as well. So yeah, since getting we got beaten by Watford 4-1, and then we beat Crystal Palace 4-1 or something like that. I can't remember now, but absolutely fantastic for us. But yeah,
I'm just going to say now, I'm actually closing in on Moonwalker up in 15th. And realistically speaking, I could possibly push for a top 10 finish in the seat, if I really have a couple of good game weeks, which would be ridiculous considering I started at least 2 game weeks ahead of a lot of players.
I think it was 2 game weeks, wasn't it, Jason, behind us?
Yeah.
So, I mean,
you know.
Jason, I'll ask you immediately. I'm very, very lucky to have Grealish getting 2 bonus, but again, Westwood only getting the 1.
Mate, it doesn't matter because Wood got 3, so it's fine. Yeah, I again, the bonus system, I think Ragabolly did come out and say that there was a lot that goes into like calculating the bonus points that we don't see. So he did say he's going to look at it a little bit more, but yeah, just, you know, it's just unpredictable. That's all I can say about the bonus system. But as long as your players get bonus 3 points, that's all I care about, and I'm happy with that. So there you go.
Tell you what, Dan, we've got an interesting game coming up next. It's Norwich versus Southampton.
And I've got Mr. Pookie playing, so I'm actually looking forward to this one.
I've got Pookie playing as well.
I think this is basically Pookie versus Ings, who can score the most goals. Jason, what do you reckon? Are you going to be biased?
I've got a feeling I haven't got Pookie. I don't know what I said I got Pookie for, but no. I don't know. This game, I think Pookie's going to do something. I'm going to go with a 2-1 win to Norwich. Pookie and Ings possibly being involved in the goals. I'm going to go with at least 1 goal to Pookie, maybe a goal and an assist, and a goal for Ings for Southampton.
I think I went 3-2 to Norwich. They seem to do really, really well at home. It's away from home they can't score, but at home, you know, you've got players like Cantwell, Ben Buendia, Pookie that do seem to do really, really well at home. I'm hoping, obviously, that Pookie gets me at least a minimum of a goal in this particular fixture. That would be the icing on the cake for me, because the next fixture is basically, if it doesn't end 0-0, then I'm stuffed, basically. I'm desperate for a clean sheet. But then again, that's what you get for if you invest heavily in Sheffield United defence. Are you actually looking forward to this game, Dan?
I am, because we've got Pookie and Ings. So, yeah, I think I'm going to go for 2-1 to Norwich.
2-1 to Norwich. It'd be interesting to see what the people in chat think. It's Raw 12 Tree said he's sold, so he's hoping for a red card. Oh, Gabriel Derop, though, number 1 in our mini league. I did Wood to Pookie.
Wow. Okay. So he's putting a lot of faith on Pookie to get some returns here.
Yeah, I think that that was a perfectly logical move, to be fair. Gabriel Derop, you are top of the mini league at the moment. I'd like to think that you know what you're doing. Dan, do you want to do the commentary for this game?
Yeah, can do, yeah.
Do you want to reveal the team news from Carrow Road?
Yes,
hang on.
do.
Sorry, I was just getting to get it up. I'm just going to get it up now. Yeah, go ahead. You can start doing it. I'll just scroll down and bring it up.
Yeah, just waiting for it to load up here. So obviously Norwich, Southampton got Ings and Pookie playing in this particular fixture. So hoping for some returns here.
Have they?
Hoping that they're both going to start as well. Imagine if I said all that and then they didn't start. So let's just wait for it to.
Well, Danny Ings of late, Jason, has been just scoring goals for fun.
Yeah, he has been just outside of my price range, really, to bring him in for. Who was it I had? Who was I take out? Dini. But yeah, I've gone 2 other heavy hitters up front. So yeah, it's a good third striker if you can afford to have one. But I just think that I don't know. He's a bit too.
Oh,
he's a bit.
We've got the lineups here, so if I'll announce them now.
Have you?
Yeah. Okay.
Have you?
Yeah, I did have them. Now they've gone.
No, they've gone again. Yeah.
Oh, I've got them. Cruel starts for Norwich. Hanley, Godfrey, Zimmerman, Byron, Bendia, Duda, Vrancic, Teti, Cantwell and Pookie all start for Norwich. For Southampton, we've got McCarthy, Walker, Peters, Danso, Stevens, Bertrand, Hoiberg, Redmond, Armstrong, Ward-Prowse, Long and Ings start. Both Long and Ings start.
Shane Long, someone that's in form.
Wow.
Dan, do you want to give us the countdown?
Yeah, okay. 3, 2, 1, and off we go. Here, Norwich 0, Southampton 0 at Carrow Road here. Very interesting. A yellow card straight away for Hanley. That doesn't surprise me whatsoever. The ex-Blackburn defender there getting booked early on. So quite a scrappy game here. Lots of tackles going in. And Godfrey shoots from the edge of the box. It's a goal for Godfrey.
Who? Godfrey?
Godfrey?
Godfrey. We got Van Ancelotti. We got Godfrey. I mean, come on, Dan.
I don't know who any of these players are. So 1-0 to Norwich. Fortunately, it wasn't Pookie that scored. And yeah, so 18 minutes have gone here. Southampton long having a chance there, but didn't really get his foot around that shot. So still 1-0 to Norwich. And yeah, lots of tackles flying in, lots of goal mouth action at the moment. 25 minutes gone at Carrow Road. 1-0 to Norwich City. Godfrey with the goal. And Hanley Burks in the first 4 minutes. Ings slips it to Ward-Prowse, and Ward-Prowse has mucked that up. And Southampton's still trying to get an equaliser, but struggling there. 36 minutes gone, and it's quite a scrappy game really here. Waiting for some more goal mouth action, but tight as we expected. Armstrong gets his head to it, but he misses, and that wasn't going anywhere near Krul's goal. So still 1-0 here to Norwich. And Long loses his Marcus, a chance for Long, but no. Into Bertrand, and Krul takes that comfortably. The Dutch international looking confident there. So Southampton on the counter attack, just wide, and Ings shooting from the edge of the box, but well over. Ings, oh come on, you've got to do something in this game, bloody hell. Intercepted there by Stevens. Still 1-0 to Norwich. Pookie not done anything yet, but he's in a dangerous position. Oh my God!
Is it Pookie?
Yes.
Yay!
What?
Just as I said, he's done nothing. He scores.
Well done.
What minute are you in, Dan? Oh, right, here we go. That's weird. I'm watching it back on that. It's fine.
Okay, all right. So 2-0 to Norwich. Pookie getting the goal.
Well done, Pookie owners.
Oh, thank God for that. Still 2-0 to Norwich here. Nothing really much happening. Substitution for Southampton here. Bednarak in. Good old Bednarak. Substitution from Norwich City here as well. Quite a lot of subs going on. McLean is coming on for Cantwell. Stevenson, Romeo coming on for Armstrong. Lots of subs in this virtual game. So,
there's lots of subs that happen at the same time.
Yeah. Hernandez coming on for somebody else. I can't pronounce that name. So 2-0 to Norwich. Yeah, it looks like Norwich are set for the win here. Hoping for Ings to get maybe a late goal in the last 10 minutes, but he was trying to go over the bar. But Norwich looking really comfortable in this last 10 minutes as the game closes and comes to an end. Ings gets his head to it, but straight Krul, what was he doing? And Højbjerg close there, trying to get a late goal.
Come on, yellow card to Pookie, come on. Yellow card to Pookie right at the end.
So close. But yeah, it looks like we have here. That's the end of the game. Norwich 2, Southampton 0. Pookie getting a goal. Ings doing nothing, so I'm not happy about that. But yeah, guys, reflecting on this 2-0 win for Norwich.
Well, look at this involvement in attack. Ings the most involved in the game.
It's not much though, is it? Only 6 and 5, considering players like, I don't know, Fernandez or whatever, like at double digit
12 and something,
yeah. I just think that's just tells its own story really. But for me, Norwich at home, clean sheets, good source of cheap, not necessarily bench fodder, but again a team that if they're playing at home, maybe jump on regarding defensive options there. I mean, who is the player that's really cheap? It's not Godfrey. It could be Hanley actually. That's like 3.9.
Hanley's cheap. Hanley is cheap. Yeah.
Yeah.
Is it 3.94? It might be 4. I'm not quite sure. Someone in chat could probably remind us, but possibly. I personally wouldn't touch Norwich with a barge pole.
Yeah, it's 4 million, Jason.
Yeah. But yeah, 2-0 to Norwich. Yes, interesting.
Ings was the most involved in attack. He didn't do anything, so that's a bit annoying. But yeah,
better put the kettle on, guys. I'll be right back. Okay.
All right. Yeah. So a bit disappointing there, but yeah, still Pookie 8 points. There's something. I just hope Vardy does something in his game.
Is it the Dan curse?
What do you mean that? No, hold on, Steve-O. The first time I did this, I got 98 points. I think there's a Dan curse. I think it's me trying to eat dinner and the panic transfers. But yeah, he did return last time. But I don't know. I mean, I've got Perez, Neto, Vardy, Cathcart, and Baldock and Patricio to play. So I've got quite a few to play. What about you?
Yeah, the rest of my players are all in this game.
Oh,
apart from Vardy, and it's 3 of them. If I don't even think Jagielka will play, that's the problem. Jagielka, I've said this 1,000 times on a board myself, repeating myself. It's essentially this: if you get him in and you play him, or you put him in your first choice team, then essentially it's at your own risk, because he's either going to come on as a substitute or he'll start. And if he doesn't, I'm going to be a bit frustrated if he doesn't play. But I'd have noticed that when Sheffield United are playing the big teams, he does seem to start, because I think that Chris Wilder just tries to close up shop really and just try and get that, a bit like Sam Allardyce, really try and nick that point. And this is going to be really tough, although I don't think that Sheffield United will keep a clean sheet in this game, despite their excellent home fixtures or home form where they do keep all their clean sheets at home. I just can't see that happening against a Wolves attack, which at the moment are just scoring goals for fun. Players that worry me at the moment in this particular fixture will be Neto and Jimenez, although Jimenez is the assist machine at the moment. All he seems to do is get assists in this particular fixture. Their fixtures upcoming are absolutely stunning. Arsenal at home, Southampton away, Brighton away, Watford at home, Burnley away. Really, really good fixtures. Other teams to note that have got great fixtures: Man City, United, Liverpool, just absolutely superb. Tottenham, oh, they're gorgeous. I mean, having Harry Kane is a really good option. And Leicester as well, apart from Liverpool at home. Leicester's fixtures are really, really good. Crystal Palace is another team that I'm looking at to maybe have a defensive player, someone like Joel Ward, maybe, for those home fixtures against West Ham, Bournemouth, and Sheffield United. Could potentially see a couple of clean sheets in that particular run, because we have only got 10 game weeks left. Was it? Yeah, 10 game weeks, including this one left. No, it is 10 game weeks total left. And it is going to be really, really interesting to see. I mean, when are you planning to use your chips, Dan? Because you'll have a wild card still, free hit, bench boost, triple captain.
Probably the next time you ask me to come on stream, I might just use all of them just to have a bit of fun really with this. But no, I've enjoyed this virtual FPL. Obviously, you guys got onto it from the start, and then I kept seeing your streams.
No,
but more or less earlier than me. Okay, so when I did it last week with Jason, I was like, actually, this is quite fun. It's like a video game of FPL. I always thought, will they ever make a video game of FPL? And this is kind of it. It's like Champ Manager, but for FPL. So, yeah, I'll probably use them at some point. But
it's genius
yeah.
what Ragabolly's done. It's especially incorporated it into the format of his live FPL anyway. Because I use live FPL. I've used it for since it started. A couple of seasons. I think, did it start last season or the season before? I can't remember now. But I've been using it since it kind of got announced on. I think it was on Fantasy Football Scout. It was promoted on there. Because I think Ragabolly's been a long-term user of Fantasy Football Scout. So yeah, it's been an invaluable tool for me anyway, and it's really good and easy to use. It's what I like about it. It's so simple, so it's just really easy, user friendly. It's no frills, but it's does the job. You know what I mean?
Yeah, no, definitely, and the fixture ticker as well, like Steve was saying about. I mean, obviously, I did my transfers quarter of an hour to go before the stream. I could just look at it, and it's just all there, and you can just see it in a nice line, and it's just easy to look at. So, yeah, he's done a brilliant job.
Right, here we go then. I'll do the commentary for this game. It's Sheffield United versus Wolves. I'll quickly reveal the teams. It is... Oh, am I a lucky boy? Henderson in goal, Egan, Bulldog, Shaggy Alka does start, Basham. I did mention the fact that Chris Wilder does go for the defensive option when he's playing the big boys. So, yeah, Basham, Stevens, Besic, Norwood, Lundstrom, McGoldrick and McBurney. But I don't think they're going to keep a clean sheet against this lot. It's Patrizio, Doherty, Cody, Vinagre, Bowley, Saiz, Martinho, Neves, Neto, Traore, Jimenez. No Jota. No Jota, despite getting, I think it was 2 goals in the last fixture. Very, very unusual to be dropped. So here we go. In a 3, a 2, a 1. It's Sheffield United versus Wolves. And this is...
I'm behind you guys.
This is absolutely huge for me. Jason, I predicted,
Jimenez.
I think it was a 1-1 in this particular fixture. Have you got a prediction for this?
I'm going to go with a 2-0 win to Wolves.
They're in form at the moment, aren't they?
I'm hoping Jimenez is going to do something.
Yeah, I was worried. I'm worried about Neto and Jimenez in this particular game. We've had 9 minutes play. Traore shooting for the box.
You're like a minute ahead of me, by the way. But yeah, I'm just going to finish making my cup of tea. Be right back. You
should have done better with that, because we all know that Traore, although he gets a lot of shots, and here's Traore again, as he's going to try his luck, but yeah, it's been intercepted by Basham of all players. Cody slipping through Neto, but he's just put it wide. Jimenez finding Saiz with a killer pass, and there's a goal already. Saiz with a goal. Jimenez, the assist machine, has got an assist. Of course, he blinking well has. Viagra on the half volley, but he's come close. He's just gone wide, and
Jimenez with the
Jimenez
assist. Sace with a goal. What?
Yeah. Martinho trying to dribble it, but it was a tame effort, and Henderson just collects the ball, and Doherty now getting on top. He's trying to get it on target. It's a difficult chance. He's just put it wide of Henderson's goal. Of course, the only goal scorers for Sheffield United are always good. And there is a goal, and all players, it's Lundstrom.
Oh, no.
Guess who's got Sace, by the way? Just want to say right now. Guess who's got Sace?
You haven't got Sace, Jay. Who's got him?
Just throw that out there, you know. Just
Have
and
you
go
got
again.
Sace, have you?
He hasn't got Sace. He's bluffing.
Don't
I've
think
got
he
lunch
did,
on my
Chris.
bench.
I think-
Oh,
You've got it on the bench. Lundstrom on the bench.
yeah. What a surprise.
Yes, here we go. Stevens finding space for the
Not real
corner. Getting ahead to it there, but it's just been missed. Put over the bar there. We're into the 48th minute. It's 1-1 at the moment. As I say, it's a tight game. It's really been all Wolves. I've not seen much for Traore, my only differential. Norwood trying his effort, but it's been intercepted by Martinho. Martinho intercepting there, and Norwood effort. Lundstrom slipping it through to Basham, but Basham putting it wide. There's been a yellow card into Martinho. Talking to Martinho, has just been given a yellow card. Neto is in the open, but Henderson pulling off a great save to stop Neto from scoring. Neto, of course, in really, really good form at the moment. He seems to be scoring in every single game, but not quite today. We're at the 61st minute mark. Jimenez playing in Vinagre. Couldn't quite get it on target, but it was a difficult chance for the
Hi,
Wolves
Manchester
defence.
Reds.
Sheffield United substitution now. Fleck coming on for Norwood. It looks like Chris Wilder's now just going. Oh, we got a goal! It's Neves and Traore with the assist. Oh, I am.
no.
Indeed.
Oh, why can't it be Neto?
I thought you were going to say Neto then.
Oh, that would have been beautiful.
Neves now going off despite scoring. Dendonka coming on. Kilman coming on for Neto. And Jimenez has just scored, and it's a Traore assist.
Yes!
Oh, I don't know where I should be cheering. or not.
Jimenez! Let's do this!
Jimenez scored. I can't believe they scored 3 goals versus Sheffield United. And Traore's just gone off. He's rewarded his owners with 2 assists, and Johnny's come on. It looks like Wolves manager is just going to shut up shop now.
I love the fact Sice has got a goal, man. That's...
Can Wolves punish Sheffield United anymore? Can Sheffield United get a
Jimenez,
consolation?
come on. Get another one,
cannot
Jimenez.
believe It's 3-1 to Wolves. They have absolutely battered Sheffield United. Maybe jump off Sheffield United assets now because their run is absolutely terrible. All red fixtures. Doherty trying his luck, but he's just pushed over the wall. Now Mousset's got an effort. Mousset get an opportunity here, but it's been intercepted by Bowley. Mousset on the half volley. We got a goal. We have got a goal of all players.
Jimenez assist! I love the. I've only realised that Jimenez has got a goal and an assist, by the way. I only just realised that.
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
He's got bonus 3 as well.
Yeah, Mousset getting 2 bonus. Traore with 1.
Why has Sace got nothing? I suppose Traore getting the 2 assists.
I don't
Neto
quite
didn't do anything.
know, to be honest with you. What an unusual game there.
Yeah.
3-2 goals galore. Jason, your reflection on that?
Well, I'm loving it. To be honest with you, I mean, Sice has returned me 7 points. I mean, Neto, okay, he blanked, he got 2 points, but Jimenez with a steady 12, I can't complain. That's brilliant, absolutely brilliant. And in fact, on that note, let's quickly have a look at the mini league to see if I am pushing forward towards that top 10. I know that I was saying about top 14. But I am interested to see because it's all about me. It's all about me.
You are 68.
I'm 15th now.
73 points off 10th.
That's doable. That's doable.
It is. It's Lewis Kirkby. Lewis Kirkby is in your sights. Lewis, I know you're watching this. Jason is in your sights. So you're 73 points clear at the moment. The player that Jason got rid of, Deeney, is the player that you've got left, whereas Jason's got Vardy and Mariappa. I'm sure Mariappa will probably provide him with some fluky assist in this game or a clean sheet or something ridiculous.
John is going to be
like
spitting
that.
feathers to this game week. Telling you now.
Who's that?
John. Obviously,
Why is
because let's be honest, his captain did come out. He got 14 points from Alexander-Arnold doubled. Fair play. But Camwell 3, Son 1, Ings 2, you know, Bolly 1. Whereas I had Sice who got 7. He's going to be just shaking his head. Taylor 2. I mean, it's, you know, it's basically my wood pick, and obviously Sice and Jimenez getting me those points ready to shoot above. And now we've got a man Dylan and up the chart. I'm actually jumped above Moonwalker, who had his bench boost this week. Interesting. Anyway, enough of me at the top. What's going on? Nothing's going on. Gareth Drop still top, Ryan Seacher in second, and David, the defender, is still third. Harbour Boy is still sitting in fourth place, but it is very tight. It is very, very tight. Captain for Gabriel Drop to play next.
And Grekla. Grekla's got his captain as well. And we've got the same player playing in this particular fixture, so I'm hoping Vardy does some damage because FPL Mechanic has got Deeney in this particular fixture.
I'm hoping Vardy does some damage as well. 2 goals would be nice.
I'm hoping Perez does something in this game because I've got him.
Perez, all hold your breath, mate.
Doesn't even start in this game, does he?
Thanks, Harbour Boy. John Harris isn't happy. When did the auto subs come? Almost instantly, Lucas. The auto subs, but just don't like what happened to me the other day. Even though it doesn't really look like you've got the points, they are there. You just have to just add them up. They are there. A Sar goal would be perfect. It's Raw says in this one. What is this game week 2? Perez. Yeah, exactly. Gabriel's up. Come on, Troy Deeney says get Harbour Boy. Of course, I took him out for Wood. I'm hoping for Deeney blank personally. We get any predictions in this game then, guys? We're going to throw them in the chat.
I predicted 3-1 to Leicester. I think this is going to be quite comfortable. Watford.
That's a good prediction. I'm hoping there's no goals for Watford, so I'm going to go with a 2-0 win to Leicester.
Yeah, I'm going to go 2-0 to Leicester. Perez to get both goals. It's optimistic there, isn't it?
That's if he starts. Like I said, the likelihood of him starting is very slim. He rarely gets an opportunity to play. It's usually Harvey Barnes, Maddison, Tielemans and Vardy, the front 4 for Leicester.
Got some predictions in chat. It's Raw 12 going with a 2-1 win to Leicester. Beast Gulper saying 3-0 to Leicester. Most people going with a Leicester win here. Gabriel Drop 3-0, 4-0 Vardy hat-tricks as FPL Aguero.
Manchester Reds.
Harbour Boys on 98 points. God.
Captain Vardy to hopefully pull me out of after the Salah and Mane show. Jason, do you want to take the final fixture? Do you want to do the commentary on it?
I would do, but something's gone wrong.
Yeah. The whole of the game, it's the usual story. But Manchester Reds, where are you in the world now? Where are you overall ranked? To be really interested, because I keep forgetting that we're looking at the Game Week 11 mini league, but a lot of the players in the Game Week 11 mini league actually have proper teams that they're using for this particular game. The Game Week 11 league was only set up because myself and Jason essentially started from that point of view, really, and a lot of people decided to participate in it for a bit of a laugh. And yeah, a lot of teams, I know obviously Manchester Reds was like 4th or 3rd at one point, or maybe even 2nd from what I remember. And now it'll be interesting to know where you are now, Manchester Reds. Is it up and ready, Jason?
2 secs.
Let's see if this game is ready to rock and roll.
No, it's not. No, it's not. It's not.
We're jinxing it again. We've been jinxing it all evening, whether it's Aguero.
It's been so good as well.
Oh, Lewis Kirkby, I've just done the maths. If I didn't do my transfers, I would have had an extra 31 points. Unlucky, mate. What a shame. I've done really bad recently. I'm around 160 if this is Manchester Reds. Hopefully I can jump a bit if Vardy can do something. Good luck to you, mate. Vardy captaincy for Manchester Reds. Let's hope he does do something representing Elite FPL. Jason, do you want to tell the audience while we're waiting on the it doesn't matter now because the game has loaded. Everybody, if you want to join the stream, just simply hit the like button, show your support for myself, Dan and Jason for this particular stream. We are about to load up Leicester versus Watford. I'm thinking this is going to be quite a high-scoring game.
Oh yeah, I've got them.
Still.
Okay, we've got Leicester. We've got Schmeichel in goal for Leicester. Soyuncu, Pereira, Evans, Justin, Albrighton, Ndidi, Maddison, Barnes, Iñárritu, and Vardy up front.
So no Perez.
No Perez.
Then strength to come off the bench, maybe.
Interesting. For Watford, we've got Gomez in goal. Mariappa starts. Yay! Messina, Kiko Femenia. For Cabaselli, Chalobah, Hughes, Decore, Sarr, Delafeu, and of course Dini up front. So in a 3, in a 2, and a 1. We are running this simulation. Let's go Vardy. Let's go Mariappa.
I've actually got Duncan's my first sub. He got 8 points.
Okay, so Cabaselli and Dini combined straight away for Watford, but couldn't quite get on target. It was a difficult chance. And Watford now on the ascendancy. Sarr coming close. Vardy now shooting. And all comes close there. Jamie Vardy. Watford trying to open the defence, but can't do anything with it. Mariappa passes it to Dini. Intercepted.
Well, Watford at the moment.
Yeah, Leicester now was starting to substitute through to Barnes for Leicester, but couldn't quite get on target. It was a difficult chance. Creative play by Watford. Open at defence. Firmino trying to do something with Schmeichel with an incredible save. I'm reading from one line, by the way. Vardy in a dangerous position and he's lost control of the ball. Decore now gets his head to it. Intercepted.
Be ironic if Vardy blanks after the amount of goals. He's scored, what, 5 in the last 2?
Vardy in dangerous position and it's a goal for Jamie Vardy. Iñárritu with the assist. Keep talking about him. Keep talking about him, Steve. Yeah, it would be amazing if he blanks in this game.
That's 6. Now that is an extraordinary turn from Vardy. Got that hat-trick versus Southampton, 2 against whoever it was the other night, and now he's got 1 against Watford.
Dini passing it through to Decore, and it's not quite sure what he was trying to do there. It's just fizzled out into nothingness. Watford now, Dini trying to dribble, intercepted. Dini's name being seen quite a bit here for Watford as per usual. Leicester now trying to open up a chance. Ndidi in the open, but the defender was in there to make a good tackle. Schmeichel making a good interception there. Barnes in the open for Leicester. Vardy tries to dribble. And it's nothing comes for it. It's Gomez making a breathtaking save to deny Vardy. Cabaselli finds a space in the area. Couldn't quite get it on target. It was a difficult chance, apparently. Sarr finds space in the area. For Watford, comes to nothing. 56 minutes played in the second half now for Leicester. They are 1-0 up. Vardy with a goal. Iñárritu with the assist. Watford now. Kiko Femenia loses his marker. But nothing comes of it. Leicester come close there. Substitutions coming through. Perez on.
Oh, here comes Perez.
And Didi off.
You are joking.
Yellow card for Kiko Femenia. Oh, it's a goal for Jamie Vardy. He scored his second goal, and guess who's got the assist? Again, Iñárritu with his second assist of the game. It is 2-0 to Leicester. Can Watford do anything to respond? Can Mariappa get a goal? Come on, Mariappa.
Tielemans now going on for Maddison. Soyuncu picking up a yellow card. Leicester now made all 3 substitutions as well now, Jason.
Vardy trying his luck here for Leicester. Looks like the defender did just enough there to deny him his hat-trick. Watford making a substitution. And got Pouet coming on for Sarr. Sarr coming off. Nothing from Sarr. He did get a clean sheet point.
So well in this game. I do better in this game than I do real FPL.
Well, you get ready to do better in real FPL, mate, because you need to break the top million.
Yeah.
I laugh because it's ridiculous.
Hey.
Vardy bonus 3, Soyuncu bonus 2, Iñárritu bonus 1. Not a single Watford player coming anywhere near the bonus points. Why would they? They lost 2-0. Vardy with the most attacking involvement, and Dini on the same with 7. That's actually quite low for Vardy, isn't it?
Jason, we need to look at the mini league because that has shaken, well, done quite a lot, mate.
Has it really?
Well, yeah, specifically for Gabriel De Rop, Grekla.
Oh, wow, yeah. Harbour Boys now down to 5th.
Myself.
Well, talk away, Steve. I'm fed up of talking about the Moon League. You talk away, go on, man.
So Gabriel de Rop is now like 47, 48 points now clear of Ryan Season. In fact, both Ryan and FPL Defender.
Did you say 40? It's 55, isn't it? No, 55. No, it's 57. 57 points clear.
So it's clear. We got, well, myself, I'm now 20 points clear of Mechanic, which is excellent. I'm now way ahead of Lewis Kirkby, who was dominating me at the start. I'm on the same points
as
Anna
my points? You see my points, by the way, Stephen?
106.
Yeah.
What?
Look at that.
106 points. Wow.
Steve, how many points did you get?
I don't actually know.
You got 95, didn't you?
93 minus
93.
4. Blimey. All right, okay.
89 points.
I got 92. Actually, after taking a minus 8.
Yeah, 92. Yeah. Wow. 104 for giant killing down the bottom here. There's a lot of high scoring.
Yeah, it's a very high scoring, very, very high scoring game week. But it's a kick in the teeth for the people that have used the bench boost. Likes of Shano, unfortunately, got 70 points with a bench boost. A man Dylan, I hope you don't mind me saying, he's got, what is it, 80 points with a bench boost there? Can't really read it, it's too blurry for me. And Moonwalker as well, didn't really pay off his bench boost. We had 2 players that didn't even feature, James and Target. But, it's just luck of the draw, isn't it, at the end of the day?
Yeah, that's...
You got Dunk coming off the bench, Dan.
Sure about that?
Yeah, he's got Cathcart is not played. He's going to have Dunk coming off with 8 points.
Wow, so that's the 92 points for Dan. Quite,
yeah.
What a game week, eh? Lots and lots of goals.
92 points plus the 8 points of, it's brilliant. So he's actually got 100 points. Dan's got.
Yeah, I considering I was so annoyed about Perez and like Ings and stuff. I mean, it's a pretty good game week, really, considering the players that I bought in. I bought in Salah, Mane, obviously Perez, as I mentioned, and Vardy. So Vardy, Mane, and Salah paying off there. But Trent Alexander-Arnold as well. I'm pretty pleased all around. Can't complain.
Someone in chat, Harbour Boy in chat, says the average score this game week is 82. Wow. Mental. Absolutely mental. It's really good to see Manchester Reds back in chat as well.
Yeah, I mean...
I'm expecting to hopefully see a lot of the old faces in a few weeks' time when we start to see... Yeah.
That's the question I wanted to ask. Get your thoughts on the return of fantasy football. You did start the other day, but unfortunately due to technical issues you didn't quite finish what you're saying, and you had something quite interesting to say before we went live on air.
I'm just going to reposition your webcam, Steve. In what respect? What I was talking about, the return of fantasy football.
You're essentially saying you just not giving up's a very strong word, but because you're not in a position where you're like highly ranked, it's just kind of like coming back with like almost like with a smile on your face, no stress.
Well, I've got my bench boost. That's it. I've got my bench boost left. That is it. If they do the unlimited transfers, which it looks like they are going to do, then it's something. But essentially, what you alluded to, there you go, Steve-O, starting to use your terminology now. I think you've got a very good advantage because you've got the wild card. Now you can stack up on Man City players for that double game week, like you said. That could be a plan, and then you could then wild card the week after. That is an option. We're going to see, don't forget though, we're going to see a lot of stacked game weeks. So we're going to see a lot of fixture congestion going forward. So I wouldn't be surprised if there's a fair few double game weeks that you could possibly look at planning towards with that wild card as a tool.
The only way double game weeks will happen is if the FA Cup games, certain teams getting through to the FA Cup, wherever it will be, final, whatever the stage we're at the moment. I mean, what stage are we at, Dan, regarding FA Cup? Do you know?
Hello?
Dan, did you win that question?
No, I didn't. Sorry,
what stage of the FA Cup are we at the moment? Quarterfinals? What is it?
Yeah, I think we are at the quarterfinals. Yeah. So
Right.
honestly, I've just logged into fantasy football for the first time since actually the game stopped tonight. I just looked at my team.
We're in the
and I was like,
quarterfinals. Yeah, we got the quarterfinals. We got Newcastle at home to Man City. You got Leicester at home to Chelsea, and then you got Sheffield United at home to Arsenal, and then Norwich at home to Man United. So we are gonna have double game weeks.
Yeah.
And obviously, I don't know if you know, I quickly saw an alert this afternoon as well. Premier League teams have been given the green light to have friendly matches with other Premier League teams within a certain distance of each other. I can't remember what it was, but so there's going to be some maybe some friendlies going on before the kick-off resumption of the season as well. Some competitive friendlies. Because of course a lot of these players have only just been doing light training, resumed to full training only over the course of like the last couple of weeks. So they're still even though they're athletes, don't get me wrong, they are fully fit athletes. They're, so you don't play football for a little while, and it's been what, 7 weeks, 8 weeks of no football, maybe even longer. I can't even count. So that sharpness is definitely going to take a little while to get back for the likes of the strikers, I would imagine. What's your thoughts? Do you think they're going to be high scoring games? That's a question I'm going to suggest. Obviously, the Arsenal Man City game. Do you think it's going to be a case of the defenders are going to have the advantage because if the attackers are less sharp, or do you think the other way around? Perhaps the defenders are even more at 6s and 7s because they've not had the training or time and preparedness that they would usually have.
I personally think that it's going to be like friendlies. I really do. Now, don't get me wrong. I think that at the end of the day, all footballers are human beings, and like for the simplest example I used was, Liverpool versus Man City. I don't think that fixture is going to be happening, but let's just say for argument's sake it was. Well, Man City know that Liverpool have won the title. Liverpool know they've won the title. They could either do one or two things. They can either just go, let's just pass the ball about and let's just go for a 0-0 draw, who cares? Or they'll just be like, you know what, let's have some fun here, and it will end up like 6-6 or something ridiculous like that. I really do think that these games are going to be really, really fascinating to be getting players in from an attacking perspective. I also think, though, that certain teams like Crystal Palace, Burnley, that have basically got absolutely nothing to play for, I think they're going to give a lot of kids a run out. I think that their managers, though, they will have the integrity of the league in the back of their minds. But to be honest with you, I think that, again, they're just going to have a bit of fun. It's all going to be used for practice for the next season, for the 2020.
I heard someone... I don't know how true it is, but I saw somewhere from, I can't remember what. I'm useless when it comes to like sources of information, but someone in chat could probably correct me. But was there some sort of vote or something that they're trying to kind of stop relegation happening this season? That's something, Dan, have you heard something to that effect, or is that just something which is just a rumor going around that's not actually got any wind behind it?
No, I think it's just a rumor.
Is it 7 Premier League clubs that have suggested it or footed it at a meeting, apparently, to kind of this season to not have relegation? Anyone in chat can help me out with that. I literally saw it as a news bulletin and swiped it away because I was working, but...
Yeah, I know some of the games are going to be at neutral venues, and some of the teams kind of near the bottom aren't happy about that, because if you can imagine, say if Brighton have got like a key game at home with their fans, it's going to make a big difference. But whereas if they're playing at obviously a neutral venue with no fans, I don't know. Yeah, it's lots of factors into play. But I mean, going back to what you were saying about like high scoring games, the Bundesliga, I've been keeping an eye on that, and yeah, there just seems to be lots of high scoring games. I watched a bit of Bayern Munich versus Borussia Dortmund last week on the highlights, and it was still good to see players back in action, but it is.
Oh, here we go.
So weird about the fans.
Yeah, so I've got this Premier League sides battling against relegation. Here we go. So what date was this? This was on Sunday the 31st. Okay, so let me see if there's anything up to date. Up to 10 clubs want relegation scrapped if the season is curtailed. That's not. I don't think that's going to really happen, to be honest with you. Aston Villa handed relegation lifeline. I don't know. I don't know what's happening. There's obviously talks to discuss this whole relegation stuff, whether it's actually going to be a resumption of the season behind closed doors, and then just relegation kind of curtailed, as the wording that's been used here.
if relegation was curtailed, then promotion would be curtailed as well.
Exactly.
The
Yeah.
likes of Leeds United would be up in air about it, wouldn't they? After missing out last season.
I think this is if the season is curtailed. I think that's the wording.
Okay.
So I think ultimately, if the Premier League goes ahead, I think it's going to be very hard for clubs to vote or for anyone to really oppose relegation. Really, it's a case of if it's happening, if it's going ahead, then it's normal rules. Really, the bottom three go down.
Yeah, no,
there
definitely.
you go.
So
but that's how I just yeah.
There will be the problem of injuries though, because obviously these players they've had so much time off and they're back into training and whatever else now. But it's a long time, because even when you have like the off season, that doesn't seem to last very long when they're into pre-season. Like you said about these pre-season, these pre-warm up friendlies will be quite important, really. But I mean, it has been interesting seeing what players have been saying coming out, worrying about the coronavirus, like Troy Deeney, Danny Rose, Sergio Aguero. Been worried about it as well with what's going on. So it's just going to be. Well, I am looking forward to. I'm sure everyone here in chat and everyone today's looking forward to Premier League action happening again.
Oh, absolutely. Even if it is behind closed doors, it is going to be a bit weird. It is going to be strange. It's going to be different, but it's still going to be Premier League football. And I'm just hoping for a nice show. Watching it, on the TV, there's going to be lots. Is there 20? Forgive me if I'm wrong. It's like 23 free-to-air games or something like that, roughly. And also Amazon Prime are going to be showing games as well. I loved what they did over the Christmas period, and I think that it's just going to give us that enjoyment back. That we've it feels like so long since we last watched a Premier League game. It's crazy. And it'd be interesting to see when the next season starts. Is there going to be a short break now? Because are they classing this as a break for the players? And are they going to have a shorter break between the next season, or are they going to start the season late? That's the question.
Well, it will come down to what's happening with the whole pandemic at the moment, what the government says.
Don't say that word, mate.
Health and safety malarkey, which is paramount to obviously everybody. But I think that really this is all going to be treated as the pre-season friendlies, essentially, and then the season will kick off maybe a bit later than normal. But I think that it'll be all behind. I think it will continue being behind closed doors, and then around November, December time as a Christmas present, that's when the stadiums will be opened and we'll all be going back to within normality.
Yeah, hopefully that'll be brilliant.
That'll be nice.
Half-filled stadiums, or like 25% filled stadiums.
That could be, that I can see that happening. They would say season ticket holders, maybe certain. I don't know how they'll do it, because that's going to be really awkward. But 25%, 50% capacity, 2 meter distances. I could honestly see that happening. Enforcing it though, very hard.
Yeah, I want to talk to you though about the actual FPL game itself, like your thoughts on all this chat about potentially if the game does, or when the game restarts up, do you think that the game will give us unlimited transfers, or do you think that it will just restart from whatever teams?
Am I right in saying that you can actually do unlimited transfers now and submit your team?
Don't worry about that. That's nothing. That's just it means nothing, because when you go to click confirm, it means nothing. It doesn't do anything. I haven't tried it myself, so that's probably why. I think that it's going to be, there's going to be a camp of people that are going to be like, no, you've done your wild card, you've set your team up, you know what the fixtures are, therefore tough cookie, regardless of what has happened, you should be happy with your team and should just basically suck it up and go. People that have got the chips, they've got the advantage. They can use their wild cards, they can use their free hits. Now there's going to be a camp of people that are like, well, hang on, nobody could have planned for this. We should treat it as almost like a restart, and therefore we should be entitled to unlimited transfers for the first game week back. So it's going to be two camps of people. I don't know if it's going to be 50-50. There's going to be people with different attitudes, different mindsets. It'll probably be swayed on the fact that have they used their chips, have they not, how their team's looking prior to the postponement. But ultimately, I think the fair way to go ahead would just, for the majority of people, I think that in fairness, in light of what's happened, to get the interest back, mainly the interest back in the game, because I know there's not going to be that much people disinterested in Premier League, but there might not be that amount of people interested in coming back to fantasy
Premier League. So maybe give everyone some free transfers to kind of lure them back into the game and then start again.
Yeah, I'll just go on to do a transfer and it says game over. This game is now finished. Thanks for your interest. Come back soon to select your squad for next season's game. So obviously it's just defunct and it will just be all going into the restart phase of when it comes back, which we obviously start with a double game week 39 or double game week 1, however they want to terminology. I mean, Dan, your thoughts on the FPL potentially giving us unlimited transfers, or do you think, nope, like Jason just said, just essentially you've been given the team, you're sticking with the team that you've had in the first place?
I agree with Jason, really. I don't think it'll be very fair to have like unlimited transfers just to get people interested back in the game. I mean, people like ourselves that are interested in the game are going to be back in it anyway, and a lot of the players that have kind of started the season, casual players, shall we say, are going to forget about it. But it's funny you say about unlimited transfers. I actually just forgot about the players I got. I looked at my team and I was like, oh, I've got Foster. I've got Traore still. I've got Saka. I've got Jota.
Don't forget 90% of their player base. Don't forget 90% of their player base is what you would refer to as being a sort of semi-casual player.
Yeah.
So it will depend. What they do is going to speak volumes about how they want to set up their game to cater for the hardcore or the majority. And my guess would be, if I was in the charge at FPL Towers, I would be just catering for the majority. And unfortunately, that would mean unlimited transfers. Now, I think that's the way it's going to go. For me and you, who are further down in the leagues, it may not matter too much. But for the people that have worked and planned and accumulated their team over weeks and weeks and been analysing fixtures and all that might end up being a bit of an FU basically to those players. But ultimately, I think it's probably going to go that way.
Yeah, like you say, Jason. I mean, obviously with cash mini leagues, you've obviously got the Elite FPL Challenge
Don't even
League.
talk to me about the cash mini league. I want to say right now, it's just going to be an absolute freaking nightmare.
Oh yeah, definitely.
Yeah.
But I mean, it wouldn't seem fair that there's unlimited transfers for people that have done really well. And I mean, I'd be happy looking at the fact that I've got Ben Foster and Jota in my team still, but and bloody Maitland-Niles. But well, it's going to be a lot. I don't know the mechanics of it all, but it's going to be a lot of work behind the scenes to whatever system they use to get it up in time and running for the next game week. Well, the start of the Premier League again.
Well, it's almost like it's going to be a polarising decision that the FPL Towers need to make, and I think ultimately it's just going to upset a certain crowd, and we just got to live with it, whatever they decide. I mean, I personally don't care either way. I like the look of my team, so I'm not going to really I'm not that much of an advocate of. I think a lot of people who are taking the game seriously aren't going to be too happy with their team anyway. So whatever they decide, I don't see people being that angry about it. So hopefully.
Yeah, people will just be happy that Fantasy Premier League's back, I think.
Because if they give us unlimited transfers, I'm going to probably do 3 or 4. I'm not going to I'm not going to wipe my team completely and start again.
Well, for people like you,
because team value again, isn't it? Team value was presumably the team value. This is another question: are they presumably are going to keep the value of the players the same as what they did at the end of the season, right? Because if they reset that, then that's going to put the cat amongst the pigeons in the FPL community, definitely, if they do the free transfers.
Yeah, because I've got a lot of money tied up in X amount of players, made a profit on certain people. Obviously, transfer price changes won't affect anything during the unlimited transfer period. I mean, for people like me, from a selfish point of view, I'd love it if they gave us unlimited transfers, because I could just easily do the strategy of, unlimited.
But we shouldn't be even having this. The problem is, we shouldn't. I'm just going to switch the screen, because this is the ultimate. This is the point I want to make. All right, let's leave it on this subject. This shouldn't even be a discussion. When the postponement of the games happened, FPL, the powers that be, should have just pressed the pause button, okay? I think they did it in the Bundesliga. Why on earth they thought it was appropriate to leave the game running game week after the game week, allowing people to make transfers? Big mistake. Big mistake. You need to sack the guy who decided to do that. I think it was ridiculous. The game is outdated. It needs to be updated. It's the 21st century, for God's sake. We're still using the same format. The game is the same. I know it's just a team selection at the end of the day with point accumulations, but come on, let's do more for the game. Let's use this as basically like a catalyst into improving the game. They should have paused it. And now that's why we've got all this. That's why we've got this debate about should they do this, should they not do that. If they'd have paused it, wouldn't have any of these problems, wouldn't be having any of these debates, wouldn't be having any of these discussions, and you're going to have people that are going to be very upset if things don't go the way they want it to go. End of my input.
Why do you think they didn't pause the game though? Do you just think it was just like a technical thing where it's too difficult to do?
They dropped the ball. They dropped the ball. They literally didn't know what to do. That's my honest opinion. They didn't know what to do, so they just left the game running. And they could come out and say, well, actually, it's the code of the game. We couldn't pause it because. But I'm sorry, but it's more likely that they didn't know what to do. They left. They just put a little screen saying postponed games, and then they let the game weeks go. Why on earth they did that, I do not know. Someone there probably can give an explanation. Is he going to do that? No, he isn't. So let it be a lesson to the FPL towers, because they're gonna probably annoy a few people. But anyway, end this on a happy note. I'm really grateful that you guys have tuned into this. What is it now? 2 hours? Is it almost?
Yeah,
so over 2 hours. Over 2 hours. 2 hours 10 minutes. Thank you ever so much, guys. We probably should wrap this up because time's getting on. But
do a bit of admin for the
go on, you do it, Steve. Go on. Oh, okay. So you may or may not know we have been nominated to attend the Football Content Awards. Hopefully, going to be going ahead in November. Now, myself and Steve-O will be going there with donning our tuxedos and me and my FPL hat. And we are hopefully going
wearing
to.
Your best, mate. I ain't wearing it.
We are up against some very, very solid content creators, but so we need every single one of you who like and enjoy watching our show to do us a solid and vote for us in the Football Content Awards. If you're not sure where to go, on our Twitter, there's a link in the pinned tweet there. I did also a little funny video in the fields, not too far away from me. Did you enjoy that video, Steve-O?
The cameo from Haley was hilarious.
Yeah, that was completely just spur of the moment. I thought, I don't even know where it came from, to be honest with you, because I wouldn't normally have had her in any of the videos that I do, but she was just so cute and cuddly that day. I thought might use it to my advantage. But anyway, Dan. Thank you for joining us tonight, and it's always a good experience having you back on. And we're gonna have a lot of streams ahead of us in the coming weeks and months, Steve-O.
Yeah, it's going to be big, and according to somebody, the fixture lists are going to be released tomorrow, and there could be an impromptu stream from myself. You never know. And on that final note, I think just a quick one to say for everybody that has joined in and watched, if you have enjoyed the stream, just simply hit the like button. And if you are completely brand new around here and enjoy the content myself and Jason produce for Virtual FPL, just simply hit the subscribe button. Other than that, I'll probably see you tomorrow for an impromptu stream. If not, I have no idea when I'm next going to be streaming. Jason.
Keep an eye on Twitter. Follow us on Twitter.
Yes.
Follow us on Instagram. Dan's the Instagram man, aren't you, Dan? Even though it's been pretty quiet late. But as soon as FPL comes back, hopefully we'll get some more. What do they call it on Instagram? It's like on Twitter, it's a tweet. What is it called on Instagram?
Just a post.
Just a post.
At Elite FPL on Instagram. Obviously, be more active with that now with the content awards and things getting back started to normal, so to speak. But yeah, just obviously thanks for having me on again. Much appreciated. Happy with my game week score. Not too bad again. 92, 98 last time. But yeah, guys, just vote for the guys. Show your support and appreciation for the whole
Dan, have you voted for us?
Yeah. He made it nice and easy, but
yeah,
obviously, practice what you preach. But and just good to be on, and see you all again soon.
Cheers, guys. Thank you ever so much. All the best.
See you later.
Vote Elite FPL! Hey guys, head on over to the Football Content Awards website, scroll down to the Fantasy Football section, under the category Video. You can find us there, the Elite FPL, with some awesome familiar names too, and help us get there, and hopefully we could maybe win the award. Any questions, guys, let us know in the comment section, and thank you for all the support over the last 2 seasons.